Greetings, and welcome back to Sunday Descend into Avernus. I'm Two Sword Samurai. I'll be your dungeon master this evening. We are Crit Cats, and welcome back. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Reddit, believe it or not. And if you look in Twitch chat right now, you can get the info for our Discord server. Not that I didn't just spam anybody but us, but whatever.
Yeah, it's fine.
You can get the info for our Discord server and come hang out and play some games with us. Not that I didn't just
Tonight
spam
we're running
anybody.
part
2 of our Dark Souls-ish Descent into Avernus, where we expect that we're all going to die a lot. But for those of you watching at home, don't worry. If you die, you're just going to respawn. Kind of like the game. In any case, we had just left our party of adventurers at the Elf Song Tavern, where they had done battle with a mess of pirates, formerly of the Uncivil Serpent, a notorious pirate vessel. They then met with a spy named Tarina, a former member of the pirate crew, in order to get information about the Cult of the Dead Three operating in Baldur's Gate, which has recently been overrun by refugees after the fall of the city of El Tirabel. I believe we just left our party deciding that they wanted to take a long rest. Is that right?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Okay. So we'll say that you guys all have a bite to eat and a couple of drinks, and because the staff doesn't want to charge you to stay the night because you cleaned up all those pirates, they say just go and have a seat and just lay out in the banquet room, and everyone puts their feet up on the table and passes out. And about 8 hours later, a friend of yours comes to check on you. Tarina pokes her head in the room and says, "Is everyone okay?"
Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better than I did a little while ago. How about you guys?
I'm not feeling that bad, to be honest. Nice to see a friendly face.
I'm doing well, actually.
His floor was a little soft for my liking.
What brings you back here?
Well, you saved my lives. I thought maybe I should come and check on you.
Oh, that was mighty nice of you. I believe today we were going to go heading down to the bathhouse where you had pointed out where the Dead Three cultists were going. Check things out a little bit. Maybe go down under, jeez, and see what's going on.
Hey, alas, I know you have your reservations about going down with us, but instead, perhaps you could, maybe keep lookout from the entrance. Make sure no one goes in behind us,
She just says, "I'm not going anywhere near that place. You guys are fucking crazy."
Aye. But alright, that's a bit of a shame, so... I mean, kind of saved your life, maybe, but alright. What can we do, huh?
Okay, at this time, I'd like everybody to roll me a perception check, because you've been standing here for about a minute or so talking to Tarina, who's been poking her head in the door. So it looks like everybody but Francis realizes that Tarina's hair is kind of messed up and her face is kind of blushed. Krieg, you especially, like you realize that she has like a high heart rate right now.
Attacked recently?
What?
Were you attacked recently? Are
Oh,
you in
you have
danger?
no idea.
You seem strange.
Aye. Someone attacked her. Gave her a bit of a good time by the look of it.
She covers her face and kind of walks off.
Well, I have that effect on ladies sometimes.
Is there somebody else in the tavern who looks similar, who we notice the same traits about them?
Well, walking in as she walks away would be a middling height, humanoid, feminine person who is fixing her hair. And she kind of looks at you all, looks around, not really disturbed or confused. Like, what are you all staring at?
Francis is starting to put two and two together, and he looks at Ned and he goes, I do believe, Ned, I don't believe you had that effect on this particular lady.
Ned's completely confused. He doesn't even know how to ask. What are you talking about?
I'm a duel with no swords, if you catch me drift.
Oh.
You mean like a fist fight?
Oh, you'll just like a fist fight.
Francis turns around and goes, good morning. My name is Francis, and these my friends around the table. We stayed here for the night, and I believe that you might be friends with Tarina. Is that correct?
Something like that.
My name is Francis, as I said. May I have your name?
You can call me Eno.
Well, it is mighty fine to meet you this morning. My friends around the table, if they are so kind, might introduce themselves to you.
Boy, I'm Ned. That's all he says.
And my name is Krieg. It is a pleasure, Eno.
Alright, I'm Vargas.
Might I ask what you are doing here in this, well, I know what you were doing here in this, Francis is getting flustered as he's talking. Crazy thought here. We've been sent on a mission by the captain of the guard. Francis recites his name. PB does not know his name. And I was, if you're interested, it looks like you are, you might be and he's getting more and more flustered as he's talking.
Do you require
Yes.
help for your adventure? I assume that's what you're referring to.
If you're looking for to help us out, that would be greatly appreciated. Do you have any skills that might be of a service to our mission?
She looks at you with a side eye. Depends. We can get to that later. I've just been here in town for, visiting old friends and acquaintances. But, I could do with a bit of work, I believe.
If for one, I'm not going to turn down a helping hand, given the mission that is ahead of us. What say ye, my friends?
Aye, more the merrier. Okay. We're going to be taking down some cultish behavior. How do you feel about cults?
Well, there's, I know of them. I know the existence of a few, but my general, whether I have animosity towards them or not, guess it depends on certain circumstances.
You sound fairly neutral, to be honest. It's not so cut and dry, huh?
I would agree.
In all fairness, all of us tend to have some both good and evil tendencies. Given what we're up against and what we've been told is underneath this bathhouse, might not be a bad thing to have someone that is willing to bend the rules.
I mean, maybe it could come up, but I don't really see how. What the rules could really be bent down there.
I'm more talking moral rules, what we're willing to do for the betterment of society. And if she
For it
said-
would also be kind of just kill everything that's down there.
Now you're talking.
Jalen, I forgot to ask, Inu's pronouns?
She, her. But I will be right back, guys. Can we just pause for a second? I gotta go do one thing really quick.
Hi, chat. How you guys doing? How you folks doing?
tell her that it's the Cult of the Dead 3.
I
Cult of
prefer
the
to
Dead
leave that information out for the time being.
I can't imagine anybody liking them. Just saying.
Yeah, true.
I mean, honestly, I've never met anybody that you said, "How do you feel about cults?" and they were like, "Oh man,
Oh,
I
the
love
cults
them."
are fucking awesome.
Man, do you remember
You
when
haven't
they
drank
used to have,
Kool-Aid yet?
remember when they used to have Andrew Luck playing for them? Yeah, they're awesome. Oh, that's the Colts. Gotcha, never mind.
I still didn't hear anybody say that. And if there are any Colts fans on, I retract my statement.
I don't. Fuck the Colts. I don't even watch football.
Hey, we
That is the
offloaded
right sport.
my beloved Eagles offloaded Andrew Luck, or not Andrew Luck, Carson Wentz on them, so I'm fine with giving them a pass now.
Back once upon a time when I actually gave a shit about football, I was an Eagles fan too.
Yeah, buddy.
I still got a Randall Cunningham jersey.
I had
Oh,
a
damn.
scholarship in college, but
If anybody's gonna
I had
like
so many
Colts,
surgeries.
it would be Eagles fans.
Okay, I am back.
Hey, hey.
Alright, where were we?
As we were saying, the cults in particular that we are looking at investigating is the cults of the Dead 3.
I see.
The Three Dead, the Dead 3, the dead ones.
Bad guys.
Yes, they've been sort of, I don't want to say terrorizing the city, but they're gathering in alarming numbers. And we've been tasked with trying to investigate and perhaps fixing the current situation, if that makes sense to you.
We have a lead at a bathhouse a few blocks away.
I mean, investigate's a bit of a loose word, though, isn't it? We're going to be doing a lot more than just poking around. Well, we might be poking around inside of some things.
I would like to go and get a lay of the land before we head in, if that's alright with you all. I thought we were going to try and kidnap cultists as they're making their way to or from the bathhouse.
Aye, that was the plan. We're gonna stake it out and follow a couple members somewhere. So shall we head over, perhaps, then?
Before
Head
you
over
guys
to the
do anything
bathhouse.
else, I'd like everybody except Inu to roll me a straight int. You can add proficiency in history if you have it.
Are there carvings involved?
No.
You're wrong. They're just drawings. You're wrong.
Oh my god! Oh.
Vargas remembers. He would know that Captain Zaj would gladly pay that 200 gold to anybody who would join, including Inu.
Like 200 each?
That was Zaj's deal, right? Is if you wipe out the nest of the Dead 3, that it was 200 gold per person.
Ooh. Alright.
I
Was it? The captain, Captain Zodge, was pretty liberal with his funds, let's say. 200 gold per person if we manage to wipe out this nest of cultists. Does that perhaps interest you a little further?
That would, actually. I could use a bit of money.
Aye, who doesn't like a bit of gold, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then let's
All
say
right.
we go down and case this bathhouse joint, and maybe grab one of these cultists before they head inside.
Now, before we
Armor,
do
are you
that though,
wearing, by the way?
Ar-
PB,
What was it?
what kind of armor are you and Ned wearing?
I've got chainmail.
Chainmail.
all right, if we're gonna grab someone, we should probably have a decent plan. Like, I don't really have anything to just not kill someone. Does anyone have perhaps a set of skills worthy of capturing someone?
Inu is
I-
going
I
to
prepared myself.
draw her rapier from her side and just kind of hold it up aloft and just swish it back and forth. I'm relatively skilled with this.
I poking holes in things, sure, but we kind of need them alive if we're going to, get some answers out of them.
Oh, there's always a way to
Francis.
extract answers out of people.
Francis
Honestly,
rolls
I
up one
think
of his sleeves, and he holds up his arm and says, I mean, I don't know about you all, but I've got a fair decent amount of strength. I might be able to grab them, cover their mouth, and pull them aside. So we might be able to tie them up and ask them the questions that we desire.
I've brained a few people without killing them before.
All right. Well, let's see. I do have a wee ability that I can communicate with people from afar, if need be. So perhaps if I can find a nice place to station up with a good view near the bathhouse, I can give some of you a warning. Let you know if they're coming by, let's say, an alleyway or something. So if I see a couple cultists or so go near you, I'd be like, all right, get ready.
I don't know how that'll work, but okay.
I was
Ned
just going to
thinks
go
that you're
follow-
talking about just yelling.
I can talk into your mind, mate.
Ned nods, not knowing what you're talking
And then I'll send him a message like this, mate. You hear me? Loud and clear, eh?
Oh, that's spooky. Stop it.
Alright, well, we'll use it when necessary.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You guys want to camp out near the bathhouse and try to observe some cultists coming and going, is that right?
We want to set up a stakeout and observe the cultists coming and going. And then when we find one, go grab them. Or if they're
Okay.
traveling in a small group, go get the group.
Alright, so let me do just a little bit of quick math here. The encounter with the pirates happened around, what, midday?
Yeah, roughly.
Something like that? And then everyone decided to take a long rest, so it's, what, 9 o'clock now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
The bathhouse isn't
midday.
far, you can walk there pretty quickly. 10-15 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's
Is
everyone
about,
ready to
it'll be
go?
about
Wanna meet
9:50
that building, or do we
when
just
you
want
get
to
there.
chill?
So, do you want to go now, or?
Seems like a good time.
I mean, if I'm thinking through when cultists are going to be observing gods that were known as the Dead Three, my guess would be at nighttime is when that they would go into the bathhouse.
Aye. Solid logic there.
Krieg's pretty good at blending in when he doesn't want to be seen, which is ironic for a 7-foot tall Goliath.
It just looks like a really big rock.
Yes. But I assume that also the person with the rapier is probably also good at not being seen. You know,
I have a way
you know.
around the shadows and the crowds. I can make my way through them without being seen very easily.
Is anyone else
Strangely enough.
particularly suited towards stealth missions?
No. And Francis just takes his chainmail and just rattles it on his chest and say, "You see, they kind of hear me coming from a mile away." And I think my friend Ned here, we're in the same boat.
Yes, the 3 foot tall gnome says, "Ah, I stick out like a sore thumb."
And what about you, Vargas?
I'm not not like amazing at it, but I can. I've been known to go unseen every now and then.
Right. So what I'm hearing is that me and Inu will set up the stakeout, and then we'll use Vargas as an intermediary to fetch you whenever we find a mark. Does that sound acceptable to you?
I figure I'd be better on lookout, you know. Find a nice tall place, a good vantage somewhere. Somewhat in range. I can't use me spell from too far away. But perhaps if I saw someone heading your way, if you were to stake out somewhere like an alleyway or somewhere you could just pull in one of these bastards, might be the best shot.
Well, it might be smart if we got down in that area and cased the lot. If there were minimal access roads on either side of the bathhouse, to have one person with high strength on one side and another strong person on the other side, so no matter which way they went, one of us would be able to potentially subdue them and pull them aside.
Right?
Boy, what I don't understand is why don't we just go inside if we're looking for cultists? Go inside and attack the cultists. We're gonna find them inside, and then we have a cultist.
Ned,
Because
I
we
know.
don't want to die, Ned. By the way, are we aware that we died like 30 times?
Yes.
Oh. I don't know about you, but I'm not particularly fond of dying.
Francis turns to Ned and he goes, "Now, Ned, I know that you are impulsive and very itching to get into battle, but what we need to understand here is that we do not know what is beyond those doors. We could be walking into a trap for all we know. Best thing is to pull one of these cultists aside and get some information before we go inside."
Okay. So if we can't go in to find them, what if we use bait to bring them out to us?
You know, I'm sure I could
Have
very
been known
easily.
for causing a spree of murders. I'm sorry, Inu, I did not mean to interrupt you. Please
There's
continue.
no issue. I believe there's a way I could get inside the bathhouse undetected.
Oh, do share?
So actually, no. Ina's just like, she kind of looks at you with head tilted. Don't worry about it. I'll show you it when we get to it.
All right. So, what's your plan then? If you want to go in alone, what are you gonna do in there?
What we
Are you
can
gonna
do-
try to lure someone out to
Exactly.
us?
What we do is I go in disguise, and we go and we draw one out one by one, and we take them out that way.
I think that'll definitely work the first time. They have been causing a spree of murders in the city. That's why they've been on the radar of Commander Zodge in the first place. So we can definitely get at least one if we send in someone who looks like easy prey.
Aye, even better. If she manages to bring one out, we can question them. She can learn enough about him and then keep bringing different ones out using the identity of the previous one. Easy.
Exactly.
Got just one question.
Give it a shot.
What is a bathhouse?
Ned, it is a place where you clean yourself.
Aye. You asking that question somehow doesn't surprise me.
I legitimately do not take baths. But
Ned, are you what that smell is? I've been trying to figure it out since about midday yesterday.
that is not a productive area of conversation. But what I will say,
You might notice that's why I'm on this side of the table.
fine. But if you go into a bathhouse and you don't want to be spotted, wearing clothes is not the right way to do it, right?
What are you implying here, Ned?
I'm just saying, if somebody has to go into the bathhouse and somebody's got to be naked, I'd gladly do it.
You seem
I
awfully
have-
eager to be
also make an
naked.
easy mark. They see
but-
him, they think he is small, they do not know he is mighty.
I believe Ned is volunteering to hang the twig and berries in the wind on the way into the bathhouse.
I mean,
Right.
I don't know what
It-
I'm doing in there. I'm just saying, I'm not.
Yeah.
noticed.
I'm going to say
Exactly.
that is not the
Send in-
greatest idea. Let's
So we
Let's go
send
with-
in Eno as bait, and
Yes.
Ned has an insurance policy.
Ned can always be there as my backup. He'd just be right outside the door, and if I yell for help, then he comes barging in with said berries in the wind.
It would be truly terrifying.
I agree.
All right.
So,
Well, we have a plan. May as well set it into action unless someone else has an idea.
I mean,
Alright.
I think we've hit the bottom of the barrel in ideas when we say send the naked gnome in.
Aye.
All right, so let me get this straight. Your plan now is to just go to the bathhouse and send Inu in solo to do some recon. Is that right?
With
Yep.
naked Ned.
Yes,
Naked
and
Ned
her
as
naked
backup
Ned.
in the front room.
Okay.
So, DM, I'm just wondering, do we roll for package size?
Oh my god.
TMI, bro. Nobody wants to know.
Nobody wants. Okay. I mean, he's a gnome,
Okay.
right?
So I'm gonna just put Ned and I'm sorry, not Ned. I'm gonna put Vargas and Krieg and Francis outside the wall here to say that they're somewhere nearby. And everybody see the
You see partial courtyard, yeah?
Yeah. Okay. So you arrive at the bathhouse, and you find that it is a one-story stuccoed building with stained glass windows and clay roof tiles. 10-foot tall walls enclose a large courtyard outside the southeast corner of the building. And you guys are actually outside the wall, outside the courtyard, outside the building somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
The closed wooden doors to the courtyard are engraved with images of smiling nymphs dancing and frolicking in the water. And you can very clearly hear the sounds of people inside the bathhouse, but the front doors are closed.
Are there windows to the front door or any windows in the back?
There are no windows on the front of the building.
Are there? Okay, so I would go. Would I be able to go in? There's nothing else in the courtyard. No people that we can see.
No. There are 3 fountains.
Okay. Am I able to go
Ned
around?
is starting,
Am I able to go
starting
around
to
and?
crawl into one of the fountains.
Yeah, I'm gonna go around and see if I can locate any windows to see the
You-
inside of the bathhouse.
Which fountain do you crawl into, Ned? You want to move your character?
Well, I think when I see Inu going to a window, I think I stop and follow her.
Not. You said you were gonna do it first.
Okay.
Which one do you crawl into?
Well, just the closest one, I guess.
Okay, you want to move your character actually into the fountain. Okay, your stench level has reduced by 1.
There's an
Alright,
oil
let me
slick that
reveal
spreads out in
this.
the water.
Were there any?
Uh,
Do we know what the appearance of any of the cultists are?
no, we don't.
We
know.
don't know
We've
what
never
they're
seen
look. Okay, we've never seen any of them. Okay, but we know for a fact they're inside here.
That's our lead.
That's our lead. Okay.
Boy, Inu, do you see any cultists?
I'm looking.
Yeah, sorry, I realized I needed to move the screen. One more
You're
second
fine.
to reveal here.
So I only see 3 people.
Yeah, currently there's 3 people bathing,
Okay.
and they all have clothes on.
In the water. Okay.
This is a family show. This is
No, usually when people go to public bathhouses, they wear like their underwear, you know?
No, I don't know that.
That depends on the country.
Ned is currently standing in the fountain, deciding whether he should take his armor off or not.
I thought you said you went in
Well,
without
he
your
would have
armor
gotten
on.
naked.
Well, yeah,
inside, I
I'm
imagine.
not actually inside yet.
All right. Well, then I'm going to go back over to the front door.
Okie dokie.
And was it like steamy in the bathroom, like somewhat obscuring?
Not really.
No.
There is definitely steam coming from two of the baths.
Okay.
One of them is like cold or whatever, but you can see that there are faucets near the tubs.
I see. Let's see.
So as you're looking at the door, you hear a voice behind you. Oi! What are we doing? Are we going in?
One second. Am I able to, open up? No. So the windows, are the windows completely closed? Yeah?
There are no windows on the front of the
No,
building.
but that's the ones
The
on
other
the
ones
side
are
of-
stained glass.
They're stained glass, okay. Oh, okay, actually then. As long as I can see through it, then you're able to cast Mage Hand through things you can see through, right? This is a point you can
So.
see within range.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have line of sight inside the building.
Yes,
if
okay.
that's
So
where
if
you
that,
want
yeah,
to
that's
from
exactly
without.
what I want. Yes. Then, could I cast Mage Hand and have it turn on the faucets?
Okay, which faucet next to which tub first?
Well, I just wanted to increase the amount of steam basically coming up through from the room into the room.
That's probably the room is going to be too large. You can turn on one of the hot water things, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not going to be able to steam up a room that size.
But it would be
even
able to
all three of them
steam up
going
an
full
area and
blast.
obscure one of the pools.
Nah, it's got like a kind of like a high ceiling, you know. It's
Okay.
gonna take a whole lot of steam to try to steam that room up.
Okay.
There also appears to be ventilation coming from somewhere.
I see. Okay. That's fine. I'm still gonna cast Mage Hand and turn on the faucet on the closest one.
The hot one or the cold one?
The hot one.
Okay. So it starts to pour hot water.
Yeah.
And the girl who's sitting in it, she looks around like
Confused.
as if somebody turned it on,
Yeah.
and she tilts her head and she leans over and turns it off.
Okay.
And then goes back to laying in the water.
So are they laying there? They're just laying,
Yeah, there's
Okay.
people bathing.
yeah.
The girl who was sitting in the tub that you just turned on, she's like scrubbing her armpits, you know.
Okay. I don't know, are any of them looking rather like extra relaxed and not paying attention?
They're all pretty relaxed.
Pretty relaxed? Okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna do this. The girl that the one, she's on the side, right? She's
Yeah.
occupied bathing herself. I am going to use my shape changer feature and turn into her.
Okay.
And I will then enter through the front door, not facing her, just kind of like. I'm going to enter. Yeah. So like, are they fully clothed, or are they like?
No, they're naked.
Okay, yeah.
They're in water.
So I'm gonna enter facing this guy over here. And strip, and place my clothes on the side, and enter the bath, over here, facing this wall.
He says, "Excuse me, do I know you?"
I lean over to him. You can if you want.
His eyes get real wide at the mention of that. And now that you're inside the building, you can get a much more appreciable view of what's in it, like what it
Mhm.
smells like, how it feels in there. The walls of this 20-foot-high pillared chamber are adorned with frescoes of bathing royalty. Natural light streams through stained glass windows, creating colorful patterns on the tiles of polished blue marble that cover the floor. 3 shallow sunken pools contain scintillating perfume-scented waters. White marble benches bearing stacks of dry towels are situated near the pools, each of which comes equipped with a pair of brass faucets. To keep your back turned to the girl that you morphed into, I'd like you to roll me a stealth check.
Sure. 19.
Oh, well, that's pretty good.
In the meantime,
Passive perception is not nearly that high.
Ned comes over here to look for Inu. Because there was some stranger that just passed by and he doesn't know that's Inu.
You saw her change.
Yeah,
forms.
I was.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
You
Well,
saw
you were
that.
over
It
by
happened
you were.
right in front
Yeah,
of you.
you were over by the pool. You saw me shift.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the guy in the tub with you,
Yep.
he tries to flirt with you.
All right.
Meanwhile, there's not really a lot else going on in this pool or in this room. 3 people bathing themselves,
3 people
or 2
bathing.
people now, and one's trying to hit on you.
Mm-hmm. So there's nothing else I can see.
Well, there are 2 doors.
2 doors. Okay, and they're they're okay. I see. I didn't realize there's 2 back rooms. I see. Okay. I'm gonna say to the guy, this is my first time at this particular bathhouse. Do you know if there's anywhere we can get into a more private area?
He smiles real big. He says, well, there's the massage rooms, but I don't know if they're going to let us in there without the masseuses being in there.
Well, there's no harm in trying, is there?
He just smiles real big and like hops out of the tub.
Yeah, I'll grab his hand and I'll lead over to one of the rooms. I'll let him lead me over to one of the rooms.
Okay.
Ned's watching through the slightly cracked door.
And he walks in and he says, Camila, could I ask you a huge favor? And this, 1 second. It only describes her as a female human.
Okay.
That's not very descriptive.
Not quite. No, but.
But the masseuse,
Mhm.
she says, no, this is my job.
I'm gonna wink at her.
She smiles at you.
Would you be a dear and give my friend here and me some alone time?
I'm afraid I can't do that. I'm under very strict orders.
I see. And whose orders?
God.
Whose orders are those, by the way? I'm just curious. It's my first time here.
She looks at you, her eyes get kind of wide, and you can kind of see the color drain from her face, as if she's too terrified of the answer to actually answer.
Mhm.
Ned's gonna step through the
He
door.
says, I'm sorry, I really can't say. Okay, go ahead, Ned.
He starts stripping down and he says loudly, "Oi, I'm gonna take my 3rd bath of my lifetime. Y'all are welcome to watch."
The 2 girls turn and clap.
I make sure I say that very loudly, and I'm very boisterous as I get naked and get into the water.
Wonderful.
Is Ned within 120 feet of me?
Sure. But he's not in your line
Ned!
of sight, I don't think.
Ned, I have no idea what you're
Whoa, whoa,
doing,
whoa,
but
whoa. He's not in your line of sight. You can't cast message.
Oh shit. Okay, no worries.
A message requires sight. No.
All spells do. That's the number one rule of magic. It's in the chapter on spellcasting. You cannot cast a spell. It's something you cannot see.
I'm going to say that Krieg is getting kind of antsy. He's going to start sneaking around the outside of the bathhouse and seeing what he can see through the windows.
Okay, roll me a stealth check.
You got it. Now, I am a 7-foot tall man on my tiptoes.
Yeah, you pinch your knees up and you turn and yell at everybody, "Hey, we're gonna be quiet now!"
Listen very carefully. You must be quite quiet in order to avoid detection.
Immediately
Okay, so
bumps
are
into
you
a
going
trash
off
can.
on your own and leaving Francis and Vargas behind?
He's probably... I don't know if they're coming with me or not, but I'm gonna keep my distance from the bathhouse, but try and see what I can see through the
Yeah,
windows.
just scope out the neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
So, Vargas, Francis, are you staying behind, or?
Francis is starting to head towards the building around the side of the windows over here.
Okay. Vargas?
I'll stay where I am.
Okay.
Should I
So-
roll a stealth check too?
If you want to creep around the windows and not be noticed by the person bathing, sure.
Yeah. There we
Remember,
go.
you got to make it with disadvantage because you're wearing chainmail.
Yep, that's disadvantage of 16
Well, that's pretty good. She
with a
does,
plus 0.
Nice.
she does not notice your thing. Okay. In any case, because you're looking, Krieg, why don't you roll me a perception? That's pretty good. So you're staking out an alley somewhere near the bathhouse. And this is Baldur's Gate, so there's tons and tons of alleys in this level of the city. They're just all over the place. And you're sitting in this one alley, and you look behind you, and you can see all the way to the main street on the other side. And you look back, and you look left and right, and then you hear something behind you. And then there in the alley, where there was nothing just a moment before, are 9 figures. And they're about halfway up the alley. They must have come through some way that you didn't see. 4 of them are wearing armor. They have painted right gauntlets that are black. 3 of them are wearing very dark robes. And 2 of them are wearing very tattered looking robes and carrying flails that have skulls for heads. And they are walking toward you.
I'm gonna start casually walking back around the corner.
Okay, you speed up, and they kind of slowed down because, you know, they want you to get out of their path, right? And as you slink back towards the bathhouse, you realize they are walking towards the bathhouse.
Okay.
Can I maybe
Vargas,
see him through
roll
the
me a-
windows?
no, you're inside. Vargas, why don't you roll me a perception?
All right. 15.
You know, I think that's probably good enough too. You see Krieg kind of dashing down the street toward you, and you can see just poking out, just barely starting to come out of an alleyway, are a whole mess of unmistakable cultists.
Oh Christ! I'll
And they're coming toward the
After I
bathhouse.
I'll move over and try sneak also next to the window.
Can I try
Okay,
to climb
roll
over
me a
this
stealth.
wall once I'm out of sight?
There's the gates are open because the bathhouse is open at this time.
Okay.
Okay, Vargas, you're really stealthy too. I'm
Holy
gonna
crap.
move you over
Stealthy.
here.
Nice.
Where, yeah, there you go.
All right, I'm gonna look over and see Ned, and message him. Ned, you gotta get out of there. Get Inu too. There's so many of them. Get out.
Oi, holy crap, that is spooky. realizes what you said, and he gets out of the
Francis,
on his armor.
is the door to the massage room open right now? Where I can see Inu from where I'm standing?
Inu, are you holding the door?
I wouldn't say we walked in and closed it. No, I say we had just walked in. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to use my shape water cantrip that I get as a water genasi. And I'm going to take a little bit of the water that's in the pool with the commoner over here on the side. And I'm going to hold it up in an octagonal shape in front of the door to tell her, stay in there. Because there's cultists that are going to be coming around.
Alright,
She
what-
can't see that. She's on the other side of the closed door.
Well,
Oh, you closed-
no, the door wasn't closed. No, it's
'Cause they were
cracked.
gonna try to-
Yeah, we were going in. I didn't say we closed it. I said we went into it, but I didn't say we closed it.
Yeah, but it's gonna swing closed unless you're actively holding it open.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
I'll still leave the stop sign up there.
Well, if I was talking
The
to
girl
the
who's
woman-
sitting in the bathtub that, you made the stop sign water out of, she goes, ah! And jumps out of the tub.
well, hearing that and then having no budging from the masseuse, can I peek my head back outside the door?
Sure.
Alright, so if I hear that and I see the stop sign water,
The guy standing next to you goes, wait, where are you going?
hang on 1 second there.
And he goes over and tries to convince Carmilla some more.
Yeah, that's fine.
I can see Eno at this point then, right?
Correct.
Alright, I'm gonna send her a message. Eno, there are cultists coming. A big bunch of them. Tough looking bastards. Either get out or take cover.
Okay. Message is only like verbal sending, right? It can't send like visualizations. No.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's what, 25 words?
So it's
something
like a
that?
certain amount of words per minute. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. Then can I go over to this room and open the door?
Yes.
As she goes to open the room, I let the stop sign drop back into the water.
What is in? Yeah, I'll go in.
In here, you find an androgynous woman giving a customer a massage. Right now, she's like twisting his toes, rubbing his feet.
All right. Would you like any help with that?
She looks at you and says, "No, it's okay. I get paid for this anyway."
Isn't
Really, I don't
Inu-
mind. I'm just here. I'd like to learn actually.
And Inu's completely naked still, right?
Yeah.
Roll me a persuasion.
24.
She says, "Hey, if you want to learn the craft, who am I to stand in your way?"
Of course.
And she takes the stool that she was like kind of standing on with one foot and pushes it over to the side of the room that you're on.
Mm-hmm. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Krieg's just going to look at the rest of the group and say, so what exactly are we doing? Are we just waiting for them to come through the gate and hope they just pass us by, or...
And right about that time, the gate swings open. Krieg, the gate inside is kind of over here. Oh no,
I'm
actually,
sitting on a bench. I'm sitting on a bench.
okay. I was gonna ask if you wanted to try and stealth.
I would like to blend into the bench. Not blend into the bench, just look
Blend into the
nondescript. Yeah,
That's like a social kind of stealth.
Okay,
Roll me a stealth if you'd like.
I would like to. I like to
Group
think that
IG,
there was-
folks.
I like to think that there were two people already sitting on the bench, and I sat next to them, just dwarfing them. I'm like, be cool, be cool. Can't roll high for stealth. Can't roll.
+5, can't roll high. Nice.
Fist of Bane.
Has Ned had enough time to put on his armor?
No, chainmail takes it takes like an hour to put on or something.
I thought that was plate. I
hour?
thought it was
What
a
is
half
it?
hour. I think it's an hour for plate. Or a half hour.
Can
or
somebody
something
look
like-
that up real quick?
Yeah.
Well, I
I
gotta put all
thought it
these
was.
pieces on the map.
No,
I thought
can't
it
do
was
on this
like
tab.
In the
either a
PHP
minute
somewhere.
or 5 minutes, which is too long for combat, obviously.
It's way
Yeah,
longer than that.
it's
I'm
not
pretty sure.
insane. Oh, that's wrong.
Chainmail is heavy armor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Heavy armor takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
They all march in very close file, and they move quickly. And before you know it, somebody gets thrown out of the room. You hear him kind of getting. Actually, he gets tossed into the pond here, probably into the
Cool.
bath, and all of these figures shuffle into this back room, which you can't see into anymore
Yeah.
because the door is currently closed.
Mhm.
And that's the last you hear of them.
So Vargas and I would have seen that because we're looking through the window. Ned would have seen it.
Definitely.
Inu would have missed. Krieg probably would have missed, right?
Krieg's
Just-
just over there on the bench going,
Just whistling, just inconspicuously, yeah.
Francis is gonna make his way around to the front door and poke his head inside. And he
You
goes,
see a naked gnome.
he looks over and he's like immediately shocked at seeing Ned naked and then seeing little Ned as well. He goes, excuse me, Ned. I understand that you were going to go naked, but in case you haven't noticed, there's some cultists that just walked in here. Might be best not to be naked when they come a knocking.
How
I'm
loud are you
trying
saying
to put
this?
on my armor.
I'm trying to say it at a whisper. Trying not to let these other commoners hear.
Maybe you want to move a little closer then.
Oh yeah,
Um,
sorry.
Yeah, careful. That Ned will likely say that out loud or respond out loud to that. So I'm just curious, just for my own comic value here, does he have his shirt on yet? Because I like to think
I think
that
that's the
he's
last part of the chainmail that goes on.
oh,
Yeah.
darn.
You just want it to be.
I was-
you
I was
want to be
gonna
Winnie
Winnie
the
the
Pooh.
Pooh it. Yeah.
I mean, Ned was.
I guess you
raised
could
by-
put it on backwards. I don't see why not.
I mean, Ned was raised by giants, and they're not the brightest things in the world. So he could have done it that way. And Francis tries to help him by like putting it over over his head like a toddler. And he turns to Ned. And he goes, "Ned, I saw Inu walk out of the room where the cultist just went in. Where did she go?"
I think she's having relations in that room over there. He points over here. I don't look. I don't know her. She was with a guy, and they went in there. I don't know.
That guy is currently still
he's
sitting dumbfounded in the
Yeah, he got
in the
dumped
bath.
out. I went to another room, but he got dumped
Yeah,
out.
he got thrown out
Well,
sometime
she's getting
after.
around. I don't know. She went into a room. She went into another room. I don't know.
Francis is going to make his way over there, and he's
Man,
going
he's
to.
got game.
Francis going to knock on the door and go, "Excuse me, ma'am. If you wouldn't mind, you have a visitor here asking for you."
The masseuse answers the door and says, "For me?"
Oh no, I do apologize. I believe that there was and he says it uncomfortably because a naked woman that walked in here.
I'm gonna peek my head around the door and be like, "Oh, hi."
Oh yes. May I talk to you out here for just a moment? And he
Oh.
looks and he apologizes to the guy that's on the table. She'll just be a one moment.
Of course.
He's like half asleep.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Inu, while I do appreciate you trying to further your masseuse career, 9 cultists just walked in and went into that other room that you just walked out of.
How loud did you say that?
Francis is not smart. Francis is
Let
not
the dice
smart. He's probably
decide.
saying it.
Let the dice decide.
Yeah, I'm all for letting the dice decide.
What do we want to call that?
D20 high low.
Sense check.
No, I want to
Intelligence
say
check.
that. No, that's a wisdom. I think.
Wisdom. Yeah.
You
You
know.
want me to just make a straight wisdom check?
I want to say insight.
Insight? Okay. Go ahead and roll an insight check.
Insight yourself on whether or not you should be loud or not.
Oh.
While Krieg is over here saying if mold earth will work to seal the gate. I feel like mold's part of the floor nearby to lift up and block off the gate.
The commoners, these 3 that are out in the room here, they overhear Francis, and they all kind of look at each other and say, "Cultists!" And they run and they grab their clothes and they start to run.
Krieg
Look,
is going to have already mold earth to this gate to see if he can keep it shut. He's just gonna get out of the way and see if it's shut.
Say what?
He wanted to mold earth part of the gate to keep it.
I wanted to mold
closed.
earth some of the stones near the bottom of the gate to see if I could flip one up like a doorstop.
Like one of the cobblestones?
Yeah, the 2 cobblestones to flip them up and set them like doorstops around the gate.
Sure.
I'll go ahead and wave my hand to undo it, and the gate will open and let them out.
Well, the gate was always open, because it's open during this time, right?
I know I was trying to lock it without locking it.
So he's gonna close it and then lock it with stones.
So you'd
Oh,
have to
okay.
actually push it closed and then try to do that, I would think.
Okay, never mind then. I wouldn't have done it. I'm trying to avoid raising more suspicion. It's a very big man. Just-
Francis says to Inu, and meanwhile he's got his hand up trying to cover her up to maintain modesty. And he goes, Inu, so they entered into that other room that you just exited. It might be best if
The head
we...
pokes out and interrupts you. The masseuse says, "Shh! You're gonna get us into trouble."
I really,
I'm sorry,
Francis,
how-
I really don't think we should be discussing this out in the open. And she kind of just goes over to Ned and is like, "Excuse me," and grabs her.
Before
clothes
you
from the-
leave, she like grabs you by the arm and she says, "Please, you can't tell anyone. If word gets out, they're gonna end me and my partner over there."
I've got.
Well, you see, we're trying our best. We're trying our best to protect the city and...
Just promise me you won't say anything to anyone, please.
No, not at all. But they did enter in that other room. Do you know how they get from that room to wherever they are going?
She just
There's
kinda
already
sighs and
3.
lets out a long exhale and goes, I'm sorry, I can't get involved. And then she closes the door and goes back to her massage.
Like, well, I'm gonna go over to Ned and tell him to excuse as I grab my clothes and I'll get dressed to get myself re-equipped.
You still look like the commoner.
No, I'm gonna drop the form now. Now that the commoners are gone, yeah.
Ned
the
forgot
three
that you were.
commoners who screamed cultists and ran out, but they
Yeah.
grabbed your arm.
Yeah, right.
Ned forgot that you had shape changed, so he was startled.
Mm-hmm.
The
But,
person who grabbed Inu's arm was not a commoner. That was one of the masseuses.
Yeah.
No, but 3 commoners yelled out cultist and ran, and
Well,
then she's like, "But you don't say anything."
She can't exactly do anything though, because if they're gonna run out screaming, it's not like she can run out and grab all 3. Yeah.
Yeah. What was she gonna
Oh,
do?
of course.
After getting dressed, I'm gonna head over to this door and peek my head in and say hi to the woman.
She's sitting in the corner with her face in her hands, and you can tell she's crying.
Dear, what's wrong?
Please, you can't. Please don't tell anyone.
I know, I understand. But we need to stop this. I can protect you, but I need you to tell us where they went.
And she points to the wall, right about here.
Okay. I'm gonna motion to everybody to come over to me. And like peek my head out so Vargas can see me through the window and motion to him.
Inu, what's going on?
Oh, I can respond to message, can I?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna say, I believe we have found where the cultists went. Come in.
But we're just grabbing them.
Krieg looks at Vargas and shrugs, says this is as if to say, I guess this is what's happening now.
Oh, Christ. Alright, I'm coming.
As Ned finally gets his pants on.
You come running like with the one leg dangling in there, trying to get it up over your knee.
Krieg, once he enters the room, is going to ask, so what is the situation so far?
Inu, I do believe that you have been talking to these folk. Maybe you want to fill us in?
So, they've informed us that as I go over this wall over here, I'm gonna place my hand on it and search
At that
for...
point, Carmilla, she leaves the room and she
Yeah.
goes out to the front and sits down.
Oh,
You just put your hand on the wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna feel around for anything.
Yeah,
like-
when you push on it, it opens.
Okay. Aha! Exactly. There seems to be something else in this bathhouse.
You can very clearly see that there is a set of stairs.
Well then, I believe we know where the cultists went then, yes?
They went in this room and they are no longer here. If this is the only exit, I believe that is where they went. Francis is just stating the obvious because he is an idiot.
What is Vargas doing?
Okay, yeah, like if you guys are kind of done, I've walked over to where Camilla is, and I'm just going to say, alright, you seem to be somewhat familiar with what's going on. Do you have any idea what we can expect if we go down there?
She says, "You leave me alone and you leave me out of this. You understand me? I don't want anything to do with this." And she goes back to
I
crying
know.
in her hands.
Wait. Either we die or they die, and either way, you're not going to be involved, you know? Like, what can we expect?
You get nothing else out of her. She's busy crying in her hands.
Fine, fuck you then. I guess I'll go.
I'm gonna say to the rest of the group, did anyone else get a good look at the cultists?
Aye.
What did they look like?
I saw some with what do they call flails with skulls? A few of them in armor, a few of them in the robes. Black,
There
of
were
course.
2 that looked different in the back of the line. What were those?
Are you asking me?
Seems, man.
Yes.
Those were the necromites of Myrtle. They had skulls, or they had flails with skulls for heads.
Oh, those were the. Okay.
I'm gonna use my shape changer again, and I'm going to turn into Hermilla now that she's out of the way and she can't see me.
Okay.
That's a good way to get a commoner killed.
I mean, if you want to blackmail her, be like, hey, like they'll see your face first.
That's awesome.
Someone tell the kind lady outside to go and exit the bathhouse at this time, please.
Say what?
I was saying to the rest of the group, I'm telling someone to go tell Carmilla to go leave the bathhouse.
Carmilla, I suggest that you get whoever you care about in this bathhouse and leave as quickly as you can. I believe you have been compromised.
They'll come and find me. I have to stay here until my shift is over.
Hmm.
There's nowhere for me to go. I can't leave the city. It's on lockdown.
Well, we're going to attempt to exterminate the whatever's down there. You don't seem to be a friend of them.
You?
Carmilla, can I tell you
She
something
goes
that
back
I
to
think
crying
will
in her hands.
truly surprise you? Every single one of us, except for the new girl, has died several times. And we just get back up, come back, and continue killing.
She's crying in her hands, but you realize that that's maybe not the most
That's probably
reassuring
not the
thing
most
that you could have
reassuring.
told her.
Yeah, it's probably gonna scare her even
My
more.
point is, it's going to continue until we succeed, and then I will leave.
It's a special power we have, at
Well
least for the
then,
next
I believe
adventure.
I should go first, as they would recognize Carmilla's face.
Carmilla is terrified. I'm pretty sure if they see her, they'll kill her on sight.
I'm not sure about that. I'm sure if I could
Okay.
use
I
her.
might also question the gear that you're carrying.
Wearing common clothes, right?
Yeah, actually, she's wearing very little because, it kind of gets hot in there.
Yeah, that's what I would assume. She was wearing nothing to hit.
Work
And-
clothes.
Yeah, I would probably take off my jacket, so I'm wearing just like my chest is bound with wraps, and then like she's wearing what, trousers or something?
Like really short shorts,
Yeah,
I would
short
think.
shorts. Yeah.
It's kind of got to be
So
hot in there.
basically, she's a
Jalen,
Hooters
are
person.
you Jalen? Are you playing a what's it called? A changeling?
Yes. I know. I don't.
I don't think that-
No, you don't replicate clothing or equipment. I know. I'm trying to get my clothing similar to that. I only.
You're still going to be wearing your leather armor?
No, I'm
Yep.
going to take that off.
Ooh.
Ah.
Just living on the edge.
So I'm taking off my but I'm hiding 2 of my daggers in wherever I can, really, in the clothing, the little clothing I'm wearing remaining.
This is probably pretty obvious, so I'm not going to make you roll for it.
Mhm.
But if you're trying to replicate her clothing, there are like masseuse uniforms in the room you're in.
Oh, okay, then yeah, I'll just grab that then, rather than altering any of my clothing. Yeah, I'll just take off my leather armor and grab her one of the uniforms.
All right. Yeah, there's
Done
like a
that.
stack of clean ones in
Perfect.
like a bin.
Perfect.
Ned picks up a masseuse uniform, thinking that he has to put it on too.
Right, and I'll tuck like a dagger underneath my armpit, between my breast and my armpit, and then the other one in my hip, underneath the clothing.
So
Okay.
what's the purpose of me putting this on?
Do you have your armor on now, Ned?
Yes.
He's gonna put
You
it on
put it on over your armor.
My God.
I don't understand why we're doing this.
But aren't the masseuses also human, so it's probably twice the size that he needs?
Yeah.
So it's just him swimming in
He's
this
just,
along with
he's
the
just
chainmail.
fumbling. Finally, he
Nah,
gives up. He says,
Ned's
I'm not
thick,
doing
so like
that.
the shorts fit.
Just the dump truck fits.
It just has juicy written across his ass.
Oh
No.
my All right. Well, Eni is going to open up the hidden door and like, I'm going to peek my head down there, try and see what's in there. I'm gonna act like Carmilla, and we'll see how it goes from there. If I start screaming, you guys know to come down. But if I don't, I should be back within a few minutes.
And Francis. How long does this last? Nope. Okay, never mind. Francis says.
Well, we're. Oh, go on.
I was gonna say he's gonna say, "Be careful down there, please."
All right. Well, while this is happening, I'm gonna quickly start trying to cast alarm as a ritual.
Where and for what purpose?
The like, what's it called? The doorway that leads to the room we're in, and just in case something tries to follow us behind.
So you're talking about this door or the secret door in the wall?
This one.
Okay. Okay. Are you making it audible or silent?
I'm gonna make it silent.
Okay. So you're going to start casting a spell that takes 10 minutes, and Inu's
Yep.
going to go downstairs? Is that right? Is that the current plan?
Yes, I'm going to stealth my way downstairs if possible.
Okay. Last thing before we take our first regularly scheduled break, Inu, why don't you roll me a stealth, please?
Sure. 17.
Beautiful. All right, ladies and gents, boys and girls, non-binaries and gender fluids, we'll be back in about 10 minutes. The current time is it's 8:29 server time. We'll be back at 8:39 Central. See you then.
Bye-bye. And we are unmuted.
Welcome back, everybody. We had just left our adventuring party with our wizard trying to cast an alarm on the door via a ritual, taking about 10 minutes to make sure that no one interrupts the party's exploration of whatever is down these stairs below. And Inu bravely volunteering to stealth ahead and check it out first. Inu, can you see the stairwell on the left?
Yes.
Okay, you can go ahead and move down those at your leisure.
Okay.
No, the ones over here. Out. If you look out of the, you kind of gotta
Oh, hang on.
get way over here.
Okay, I gotcha. I gotcha.
Okay, from there, all you can see is some muddy stairs. As you approach the bottom, however,
Yeah, they can hear us. I have it pulled up on my phone. I literally had to turn my volume down as it exploded.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
Yep.
you come downstairs, and a waft of sewery stench washes over you as you get close to the water.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I should have asked you first. Do you have dark vision?
As changeling, I believe I do. Actually, no, I don't.
No, you don't. So it's dark down there, so you can't actually see the water. My apologies.
All right.
At the end of the 10 minutes that it takes Vargas to cast the spell, if Inu is not back yet, Krieg will head down there.
Okay. Well, you can't see where you're going right now.
No, it's completely
You're-
black
you're-
right now.
It is complete darkness.
Okay. Shit. Then I'm going to back up through the stairs and go back and peek my head back in and be like, it's a good time to mention that I can't see in the dark. And it's completely dark down there.
Well, I know from personal experience, I am unable to see in the dark either.
I am also unable to see in the dark.
Oh, you people are useless. Ned,
All right. Well, oh, you go ahead, Ned.
I was going to say Ned pulls a torch out of his backpack and hands it to Inu.
Thank you. And then she goes,
All right.
and then I go back down.
Okay.
Well, a torch isn't the most stealthy of things. After I finish
casting
up
a
with this
spell.
alarm, I could go, but never mind.
It's okay. I'm just trying not to make noise. If someone spots me, I'm gonna look like Garmilla, which is the whole point. But with the torch, I will continue down the path.
Okay. Now that you're actually kind of ankle deep in this nasty smelling water,
Mm-hmm.
and you have a torch and you can see that the rooms down here are about 9 feet high. They are made out of stone and they're often braced with wooden beams.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to start the thing. The corridors down here are about 5 foot wide. Everything is made out of the same hewn brick and stone.
Alright. I'm gonna just slowly make my way down over here.
Okay, 1 second, let me reveal. As you round the bend, the water gets deeper there, but you can see just up ahead, there's a staircase, a short staircase that comes out of the water.
I'm gonna head towards that.
From there, you can see towards the end of the hallway where there is. I apologize, I didn't get that. There is a door.
Can I go up to the door and put my ear up to it and just try and listen?
Sure. You hear nothing.
All right. Can I see if the door is unlocked?
It is unlocked.
Okay. I'm gonna very carefully try and open the door. And peek my head in.
You peek your head in, and you find yourself at an intersection. It is a four-way intersection, and three of them are closed off with doors. Each of the three doors bears a carving. The one that you just came through depicts the god Bahal. He is depicted as a powerfully built, skull-headed man with long curved blades where his hands should be.
What about the other three?
The other two doors, the one in the east, bears the likeness of the god Bane, the lawful evil god of tyranny, who is depicted as a tall man wearing a bucket helm. His right gauntlet is painted black and clutches a set of shackles. The south door bears a carving of Merkel, Lord of Bones. He is portrayed as a cloaked figure whose face is hidden under a cowl. In his skeletal hands, he clutches a small, screaming human skull. And to the west,
Barney.
you see a set of stairs descending downward.
Has the alarm spell finished being cast yet?
No, it takes 10 minutes.
Okay.
At this point, I'm going to head back through the door and make my
Okey-doke.
way rather quickly back. Um,
Okay.
I'm going to head over here really quick
Okay.
and just see if there's anything in particular here. If this is just a weird room.
In that part of the room, 1 second. The water is a little deeper and it smells extra bad there.
Gotcha. I am going to exit and go back to the thing. I'm
As she's
gonna,
coming up, can we start to smell the water stench
You
on her?
smell the stench on her, yes.
Whew.
yeah, it seems to be some sort of sewer system down there.
I can tell by how you smell right now. Whew.
But I did find a intersection that I would like you all to come with me. There is no immediate sign of any cultists yet, but I would just like to describe to them the descriptions that they heard, the carvings above the door, and then there is also one stairway leading further down. So I think we should all go in together then, now that we know that there's no immediate cultist threat.
Krieg is going to go gather up a bunch of the perfume bottles that are in the bathhouse.
Oh no, I'm hopping in the pool and stripping and cleaning, getting rid of the old clothes, and then putting on my original ones, and also dropping the form of Grimilla.
While you're doing that, Krieg's still going to gather up some bottles of perfume.
Okay. I'm going to put my leather armor back on and strap my rapier back to my belt.
What does it take, like another 60 seconds?
Yeah, it's like a minute for
Light
the
armor
light
takes like a
armor.
minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Right around that time, Vargas finishes casting his alarm spell on this door.
Alright, then I'm going to close the door and put the bed that's in here for the massages against it.
barricade it with a bed.
I don't think
Essentially,
you
yeah.
can do that. I think it's a stone tablet.
Mm.
Oh.
Can I go ahead and
It's
use
hewn
mold
into the
earth?
floor.
Can I
I'm
go
sorry?
ahead and use mold earth to try and raise one of the tiles to act as a doorstop as well?
That only works with earth, right?
Stone and earth.
Yeah, it's ceramic tile.
Okay.
Well then,
Well, what else is in the room? Because there were like cloves and things. Is there anything
Yeah,
else
there's
in
some
here?
clothes, like some massage oil,
nothing like
stuff
Just
you'd
on the
find in a
ground?
massage
I don't
room.
think there's anything heavy.
No,
you
there's
can
like
do.
there's like little shelves against the walls, and there's a couple of bins for the clothes in the corners.
All right, then I'll put I'll try and move the shelf against the wall with the shelves.
It's also hewn right out of the stone.
Then
Can we just lock the door?
yeah, I
Is there a
won't try
lock on
that.
it?
There is no lock.
Okay, then let's head downstairs.
Okay, before everyone heads downstairs, I need a marching order, please.
I would assume people
I
that
think
have
we should
the dark
put
vision should go
Ned
first.
out front. Yeah.
The gnomes have dark vision?
Yeah.
Gnomes
Yeah, they
do.
do. Almost everything has dark vision. We just have a very weird case of three of us not having it.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
would
so Ned in
likely,
front.
yeah, I would
I'll go
likely be,
third
yeah, I'll,
or fourth or whatever.
yeah, I would
Third's
probably
fine.
go right behind Ned.
And then Vargas taking up the rear.
Indeed.
Okay, go ahead and proceed down the hallway then, at your leisure.
So when we get down to the bottom here, what is the water at the bottom? Well, we only have one torch, and that's with Enu right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll
Sure.
pull out a torch and light it. Fuck it.
The water that's there, is it to the point where
It
we could
looks
see?
murky, but you can see through it.
Okay.
Do we see anything in the water?
Yeah, sewage.
Oh, okay, cool.
I just took a bath. So yeah, I guess we go up to the door since she had already scouted out.
Once we get out, I will pass out a couple of the bottles of perfume.
Yeah, I'm hiking up
And
my trousers and before I go in there.
just, dabbing it. Like, I wear a hood. I'm just gonna dab it on the sides of my hood, hopefully to mask the smell that I'm smelling.
Just like rub it under your nose.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Okay.
hand Ned the bottle, and he looks like he's about to drink it, and then realizes that you're not drinking it, and so he stops.
It'll get you.
I
I promise you it'll get you fucked up, but you probably should not consume it.
I I think Ned probably should have drank like a sip of it and like blown out a big bubble or something.
Probably would. All right, big wooden door. What do you think? Do I knock?
I think
this
this
one-
is the intersection that she was
This one
describing.
is open. Yes, I call back from the.
Oh, this one's open.
Yeah.
My
The
bad.
majority of, well, not the majority, but four of the guards from earlier were followers of Bane, from what I can tell of that painting and the fact that they also had the gauntlet. For the
Aha,
followers.
This is Bane, right? This
is it
Bane's door.
stone carvings on the door?
They're carved into the door. They're wooden.
Okay.
Yeah, and this was Bane's door, right?
Hold on.
The east one.
Yes.
Okay. I believe the cultists we're looking for is through this door over here.
Did you look up the stairs?
These actually go
Over
down,
here.
but no, I've
Down
not
the
gone there
stairs.
yet.
Okay.
And we hear nothing, right?
Not currently, no.
Okay.
Well, before we go through any door that's currently closed, would it be better to evaluate the open space behind us to make sure that we don't get ganged up on?
It's not a terrible idea, no?
I can go take a look, but I'll have to take the torch.
You have one. You lit one.
I know. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Well,
going to have to
you
make a
said took
bright light.
the torch, but I have a torch as well.
That is a very intelligent and wise thing to do, Frank.
So Francis will go with Krieg and I guess Ned down here to check out what's going on.
So Krieg is
Okay.
going first, and he's going to be checking for traps along the way and just any signs of life.
Oh, okay.
You can see down here, there is a hallway that extends to the right, and on the left there is an alcove with a tattered tapestry.
Can I take a look at the tapestry to try and figure out what it is?
Sure.
What kind of roll is that?
1 second. Were you going up to check it out by yourself? Or is anybody else going to check out the tapestry
Alright,
with you?
Yeah, we're kind of log jamming this hallway.
Yeah,
Well, you
I
could
was
stand over
I was
there.
staying in the interface.
You can stand there. You can actually get closer to it if you want. There's spaces on the left and right.
I'd like to stay where I am.
Okay. Then in that case, I need Krieg and Ned to roll Constitution saving throws.
Ooh.
As the yellow mold on the back of the tapestry gets disturbed. Both of you make it, however. But you both take 8 poison damage anyway. Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, that's right. 8 poison damage.
Jeez.
Even if we make it, it's not half.
If you make it, yellow mold is 2d10, and you're poisoned for a
Oh.
minute if you fail.
Damn.
1d10 if you succeed.
Jesus.
Welcome to the unbalanced
Oh, wait.
dungeon.
No, you don't take any damage. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Okay.
My apologies.
well, that's better.
Yeah, no damage. You both manage to shield your faces, and you kind of turn your faces towards the wall. Krieg, you kind of have to like submerge your face underneath some of the
water.
the water
The poo-poo
in order
water.
to keep from breathing any of the yellow mold. But then after a few moments, the puff of mold, the spores just kind of settle down into the water.
So there's no point in trying to determine what this tapestry was from looking at it.
It depicts a grisly scene of 4 faceless figures ripping apart a 5th figure who is screaming. Also, from where you are, you can see a little more of the room. Because you are carrying the torch.
So the water is draining through these holes in the floor.
Those, I believe, are support beams.
Okay.
The water here feels stagnant.
Okay. I will creep forward again. I'm keeping an eye out for any sort of trap or anything like that.
Yeah. I feel like we need to scout this whole thing out. Otherwise, we'll have baddies.
See anything in the room in front of me?
Yes. 3 wooden beams, brace the ceiling of this flooded chamber, which features a stone altar covered with entrails in the northeast corner. Hanging on the wall above the altar is a 3-foot tall steel mask, cast in the form of a frowning human skull.
I'd like to cautiously approach. I want to see how old these entrails are.
Okay, as you step into the room, you realize the water is now like waist deep, so it's now difficult terrain.
Ooh.
I'm a ranger. I ignore that, don't I?
Yeah, so it doesn't bother you, but it's still deep and sluggish and kind of gross.
So is it waist deep for a Goliath or waist deep for normal size
Actually,
human?
I guess it would be like,
Thigh
Hips,
high?
like thigh
yeah,
high
like
for
thigh deep for a Goliath.
And for Ned, nose deep?
Yeah, like just below the chin,
Chin. Yeah.
because
yeah.
he's going to be standing on his tippy toes, I'm sure.
Can I
I
roll
don't.
a survival check to try and figure out how old these entrails are?
Yeah, I'm trying to determine if that information is even in here. Sure, go ahead and roll me a survival. These are less than 12 hours old.
Say fresh kill. Do you want to go forward or head back to the group?
I do believe it is prudent of us to continue to look just to make sure.
Does Ned need the piggyback ride?
I think I can take care of Ned on his way through, and as Ned starts walking through, I'm going to keep casting shape water to move the water out of his way and create almost like a Moses
Like
parting the Red Sea.
Moses.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
That's pretty
Oh,
cool.
that's convenient.
But it only creates like a 10-foot space, and as soon as he walks through, it collapses behind him because I can only have 2 instances of it up at a time.
So you basically, Ned's got to keep moving to stay dry.
Hmm.
Well, I'm right behind him, and I can see with the torchlight where he is, so I keep concentrating on it
Right.
to make sure I coordinate it.
In any case, in the next room, you see a corpse that is face down. It is bloated and shirtless, and you make it out to be the corpse of a human male with many knife wounds in his back.
Missing his entrails?
Do you want to go and
Caesar.
check?
Yeah, I'm gonna go and inspect the body, provided it seems safe enough.
You see nothing else around? No
Alright,
traps
yeah.
of rodents or anything?
I'll inspect
Okay,
the body.
go ahead and roll me a medicine.
Okay.
This corpse is 2 days old.
Oh, they are really making quick work. What else is in this room?
There's some rubble in a corner and what seems to be like a small hole in the wall that some water is gently flowing into the room out of.
Okay. Um, Knowing what I know about undead, I would probably. I think I would make sure that this thing is dead by
Is
drawing
that
out
your
my.
favored?
My favorite is demons, but I assume that as an adventurer, we would know something about it.
This does not look like anything undead. This looks like a very bloated, waterlogged corpse. It is not animate, it's not breathing, it's not bleeding, it's not doing anything. It's barely even started to rot.
Okay. Well, then, if you think it's out of character for me to make sure it's dead, then I will not do that.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Yeah.
However you feel like.
Can I roll another medicine check to make sure that it's dead, or does the one from
It's
before?
dead. You know it's
Okay.
dead. All of
All right.
those knife wounds in the back, you know nothing could survive that. They're very grisly. There are so many knife wounds that some of them overlap, and you can see that chunks of the back and therefore the organs are missing. You can almost see all the way through the corpse in some places.
All right. I'll go inspect this rubble in the corner,
There's nothing there, just rubble.
and nothing down this way.
Roll me a perception.
All right.
I think that's enough. There is a secret door
Secret door.
that goes from this part of this chamber to this part of that chamber.
Okay. All right. I will go and inform Ned and Francis of what I found, and they say it looks like it's a back way out.
Francis goes, I do believe it might be a little bit funny if we try something here. Are you boys on board with me?
Shit.
and Francis starts making his way forward and goes through the
Oh.
tunnel and motioning.
Inu,
Shh.
make me a perception check.
Perception check? Sure thing.
No, Inu.
Oh,
18.
Okay. You kind of hear the sloshing and the splashing get quieter and quieter. The rest of you, if you guys want to try and sneak up behind Vargas, I'm gonna need stealth checks.
I am on board with this. And that would be a 2.
Ned,
Chainmail.
I'm curious, what's y'all's passive perception? Never mind, I have a torch.
The gold tin.
Vargas,
Yeah,
you
I have a torch.
definitely hear Francis coming up behind you. You hear the clanking of chainmail. You don't know who it is exactly, but you definitely hear it.
Well, the alarm hasn't gone off, so I'm just gonna move more towards Eno. Hey, Eno, someone's coming up behind us.
You also hear Ned. Actually, now you hear two sets
Yeah.
of chainmail.
I was about to say I was actually supposed to roll twice. Disadvantage.
Actually, it
Oh,
sounds
that's right.
somewhat familiar.
So he rolled a 9.
I'm sure somehow they've just
That does
gotten
not sound
lost.
familiar. It's chainmail.
I would have been used to hearing that, and others walking around.
Yeah, not in waist deep in sewage water.
Fair.
As we're about right here, about halfway through the while, I motion to them, be like, follow my lead. And I come through and go, oh, hero,
And I'm just staring at you.
Just confused. He
You
doesn't
didn't close the door
understand.
behind you, Vargas?
I did not.
Okay, well then you see Francis and Ned coming down the hallway, chanting.
Lit by my torchlight. Like,
Francis comes around and he goes, sorry to disturb both of you. It appears that there's an altar for sacrifice over here in a bloated corpse. Our good friend Krieg here found a secret passageway back to the beginning, to that little ante-room off to the side. So I believe that we are clear over there.
Let us
the
go.
Clearly.
entrails on the sacrifice table were about 12 hours old. The bloated corpse was 2 days old. Sounds like
Right.
there'll be a third today.
Huh. Well, it's best we expect them to come around this way again then. Well, that's 2 doors covered. What do you reckon? Forward or left?
I will leave it up to the group. Do you
Frankly
want to go
speaking,
through the one with the skulls or the one with the black gauntlet over here?
the ones with armor, I don't know. It would probably be best just to. Well, we don't know where they went. I have a question, DM. Can I look at the ground to see if there are any shitty footsteps that go through one of the doors?
Sure.
Is that survival?
Yes. Actually, you're a ranger. You don't even need to roll, right? You can just track motherfuckers.
That's what you say so.
It's in the PHB, Natural Explorer, right?
I changed that. I'm a Tasha's ranger.
Yeah, but they have something similar anyway, right? It's basically the same thing.
Let me take a look.
Either way, I'm not going to make you roll because the roll would be too
yeah.
low anyway. There are shitty boot prints going in every which way through this room.
Okay. But all right. Are any of them Are any of them less crusty than the other ones?
There are some wetter, fresher ones heading towards the east.
Looks like the group that we're following went east.
And I suppose we should head that way.
I believe that does make sense. Who would like to take the lead?
While you guys are formulating a plan of attack, I really gotta go pee. I'll be back in like 60 seconds.
Shall we time him?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm done counting.
You're just going to come back to this.
How fucking dare he? He's only got 46 seconds left.
If he comes back after this thing hits 1 minute,
Here's the thing: if he comes back, it looks like there's eyes on your phone right
yeah,
now.
sorry, it's the little light on the camera here.
I get it. No, I just the thing is, if he makes it back within 60 seconds, how likely do you think it is that he actually washed his hands?
Oh no, I highly doubt it. You got 15 seconds here.
All right, so we're reasonably sure he's
8,
washed his hands.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Awesome.
I'm just gonna let this keep running. So we're gonna go through
We're gonna
the
see
door.
if he would get fired if he worked at Amazon.
So we're gonna go to the door to the east, since that's where we saw the most recent footprints.
80 seconds,
Yeah.
whatever.
That means you washed your hands.
I totally washed my hands.
Well, don't say it like that. That makes it sound like you didn't.
No, I always wash my hands. It's disgusting. So what's the plan?
Heading east.
We're gonna head east. Yeah,
We
Okay.
going to knock?
I think that's just a
Head
polite
on.
thing to do.
You're gonna knock. Okay.
Let's see if the
Excuse me,
door is
Mr.
unlocked
Demonic
first.
Cultists.
So, what's your marching order gonna be then?
Well, first I think we want to check to see if it's unlocked.
Yes.
It is unlocked. All the doors are unlocked.
Okay.
All right.
Um,
That'll open up the door then.
Yep, and I will follow right behind.
And I will be third.
Fourth is
Oh,
usual.
I'm a little disappointed there's not a group here.
There is a set of
This is
stairs.
chaos. This is fucking chaos.
Don't pancake your party member.
Stairs, flat, then more stairs.
Yep.
Are we checking the whole way for traps of any sort?
Are you?
I am.
Oh,
Okay, so that
well,
means you guys
maybe
are
you should
moving
go in
slowly,
front.
right?
I believe
I'm
so.
gonna close this door.
Okay.
Can you lock that door?
It does not have a lock on it.
So, when somebody says something about checking for traps, Ned stops. Are we gonna do that? Because I've just been walking.
I should be able to spot them if they're there.
You need to go in front.
I'll move in front of Francis.
Yep, sure. I'll take a step back.
I feel like I'm tall enough to see over Ned.
All right. Well, there are no traps here, so I'm not gonna make you roll for perception to discover them. But
Okay.
you're moving at half pace then, right? So you can search for traps as you're moving.
Yes. Our characters don't know that this area isn't trapped.
Of course not. Okay, 1 second here. I gotta work the stupid polygon reveal tool.
Oh, I've run into a wall of blackness.
Ah,
Oh.
more poopy water.
Wonderful.
Lots more poopy water.
What is it with poopy water?
I prefer to call it doo-doo water.
Are those wooden beams?
Those are support beams, like there have been in
This room
literally
right
all of
here.
the rooms you've been in so far, because you've only been in one.
Just saying, if they're made out of wood, they'd probably crumble from wood rot by now.
Okay, 1 second here. The eastern part of this room is unlit, flooded, and braced floor to ceiling with wooden beams. Rough-hewn steps rise out of the murky water to the western portion of the room, which is dry and lit by 2 torches in sconces, which flank a stone altar. Shackled to the wall behind the altar is a sickly man in a loincloth with a burlap sack over his head. An alcove in the north wall contains a freestanding suit of plate armor missing its helm. Standing before the altar are 2 grim figures, a powerfully built woman clutching a mace, and an even bigger man wearing a bucket helm. The helmed man is jabbing the prisoner with a spear, causing him to twitch. Both figures are clad in chainmail. The woman carries a wooden shield with a leering skull painted on it. Both of them have mail gauntlets painted black on their right hands. Now, you are not proceeding stealthily, so they're going to turn and see you. So at this point, I need everybody to roll initiative.
Yeah.
Click your icons.
Let's get these middle rolls.
Hey,
Hey, 14. Not bad.
not too shabby.
This thing wants to be difficult. One second.
It's battle time. Oh, that's Vito. Never mind.
Okay, let me sort by descending, and we are good to go. That brings us to the top of the round, and Ned.
Right. Is this difficult terrain?
Yes.
Okay, then I got a whopping 2 spaces I can move.
Unless you use your action to dash.
Here, here, and I'm going to take the dodge action.
Okay. If you're done, please call the next player.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I'm done. Yignath can go.
It's Krieg next.
You said
Who's
Krieg?
got a 9?
Krieg next.
I got a 9.
It says you got a 17 here.
Weird.
I rolled a 9.
Okay,
I'll
so I'm
take
just
the
going to throw
turn
that
order
out
with
of
the
the turn order then.
It's in the turn order that it says that I have 9.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same here.
Yeah, you also had a 17 there for some bizarre reason.
Maybe it just didn't get cleared from the last one. I rolled okay. Last combat, but I got a 9 this time.
Oh shoot, does that mean there are other doubles? No, there aren't. Well, that's good. Okay, so what's going to happen now? Let's see. This one is going to move here. Actually, no, this one's going to move first. So the figure with the shield and the mace is going to charge down the stairs. And try to swing at Ned. That's a 13.
Not gonna do it.
No, I imagine not. This one is going to move down the stairs and try to take first a swing at Ned with a spear. That is a natural one.
Hey.
And then Yignath barks out orders, which causes Yignath's companion to swing her mace again, and that misses. And that brings it to Francis.
Francis, so he has, as a water genasi, it says that he has a swimming speed of up to 30 feet. Could I just consider this water that's waist high as not difficult terrain for him?
Oh,
If you want to get face down in it, sure.
gross.
For now, I'll move 15 feet into it, and I'm going to take my trident. I'm going to clang it against the side of my shield and point it directly at the red guy here. I can't read the name. And I'm going to cast Toll the Dead. So it's a DC 13 Wisdom save. Hey.
So that's 5 necrotic damage.
Yep. And they start to hear like the ringing of the almost like the it's like a tuning fork on his trident, and they're hearing that echo in their ears. And then I'm going to use. No, I'm not going to do anything else. That's all.
Okay. Call the next player, please.
Oh, my bad. Vargas.
Right. So, if it's difficult terrain, because I can see the water and a person's there, is that double
You can't
difficult?
see any of this.
Huh?
You can't see any of this because you can't see around the corner.
Ah, but I don't hear combat.
You definitely hear combat.
Yeah. So I hear combat, but what's her name? Eno's in front of me in the water.
You can move
Like,
past
is
her.
that? Yeah, that's
I'm
fine.
gonna say that area up there is not that deep. It's just inside the room. It's deep.
Okay. So in that case, I can move up to here. Oop. For 20. And so the rest is difficult, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I've got one more left. Would I be able to take a shot from here?
Not from where you're standing now.
If I take one step forward?
I'll tell you if you move forward. Okay, from there, I'm gonna say that this target has half cover because of the wall, and Ned, and the beam. So you're gonna kind of shoot in between.
All right. Yeah, I'll give that a go.
That hits.
Nice. All right. For 4 fire damage. And yeah, on to Krieg.
All right. Krieg is going to use his free action to just drop his torch in the murky water to extinguish it. Ignore the difficult terrain, moving down, pulling out his bow with his bonus action, and he's going to fire a shot at this one right here. Because they're in a well lit area, right?
Yes.
Okay. And hopefully I'm in darkness, and I really doubt it, but I hope they cannot see me.
They can
So
see you.
they
The
can.
torchlight, basically. I mean, it's not bright at that end of the room, but they can still barely see you.
Chucky darn. It's not gonna
That
hit.
does not hit.
All right, and that is my turn. On to Inu.
All right. I move past Vargas to here, like right here. Right? So I'm peeking around this beam. Am I able to see line of sight here?
Yeah, I think because it's in between two beams, that's also going to be half cover.
Okay. Because they're engaged with an would I have advantage? Is it how does the sneak attack work again? Where they have
Sneak attack. You can
Get
get the
sneak
sneak
attack,
attack
but
damage
you
if you
have-
hit an enemy who's engaged in melee
yeah,
with
so
one
they're
of your
engaged
allies.
right there, right?
So you can
So I
get
can,
sneak
okay.
attack damage if you hit.
So then I'm gonna draw my hand crossbow and shoot a shot. 15?
That does not hit.
Shit. Alright.
This
well,
target has chainmail and a shield
Yeah, and half cover.
and half cover.
Yeah. Well. Um, then as a bonus action, I'm going to cast a Bardic Inspiration on Ned.
Okay, Ned
Nice.
gets a d6.
I think
And
it's
that'll
Ned's
be
turn.
Yeah, that'll be Ned's turn then.
I feel so inspired. Yeah, this time, since I'm so inspired, I'm going to take a swing at the red guy with my flail. Why do I not see? There it is.
Plus a d6.
Wanna add your
And then a
inspiration?
d6.
Yeah, if you want.
Oof,
19.
19.
that is a hit.
Nice.
Oof. Oof again.
Yeah, not the greatest roll, but 5 damage is 5 damage. I think that's it. So, bad guys, your turn.
Okay. Then in that case, the male cultist with the spear says, Kazira, go hit the gauntlets. And Kazira disengages and runs up the stairs and smacks the statue. At which point, two gauntlets, both painted black, fly off of the statue, or fly off of the suit of armor.
Well, that's just ridiculous.
And so it begins.
Okay. This one is going to fly up here. And try to take a swing at Ned. Or a punch, I guess. That
Technically still a
misses.
swing.
It was right over my head.
This one over here is going to fly up on this side and do the same. That's also a miss. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, that's a miss. I'm sorry. Kazira then is going to come back down the stairs and hold the line. Yignath is going to take a swing with his spear, or a jab, I guess. God, these guys cannot buy a bucket. Then uses voices of command, and another mace strike comes down at Ned. All of which miss.
Do you have a 19 AC
Nice.
or something?
Disadvantage is powerful.
Or is just disadvantage?
Oh, right now.
No,
I
he
don't
didn't
think
whatever
I
take
have
the-
disadvantage.
No,
It's whatever the
he
first
didn't
roll
take
is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the first number.
Yeah, all the left ones were crap.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Well, he also took the dodge action.
No,
Well, that was the first
he
turn.
did not.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
Gotcha. I didn't.
So anyway-
Francis is going to take his trident again and slam it against the side of his spear. He's going to cast Toll the Dead again on the red guy here.
He's
Kazira.
damaged, so does that
Correct.
give him
It's
a
a
bonus or
D12
something?
then.
D12 is still, yeah. Still a single
Yeah,
die.
it's
Well,
That was a
hold
one.
on. Before you even roll damage, let me roll the saving throw. So,
Not that it matters.
yeah, it doesn't matter. Francis is getting a little frustrated by this, and he sees the trouble that Ned is in right now. So, as a bonus action, can I cast Shield of Faith? Says I cast a spell for my action.
is Shield of Faith, does it have a cast time of bonus action?
It does.
Okay, well, it's ranged touch, I believe. But the rule is that if you're going
No,
to cast,
it's Shield of Faith said 60 feet.
is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was touch. Okay, so the rule is that you can only cast one leveled spell. If you're going to cast 2 spells in a turn, the only other one
Isn't
can be a
Toll the-
cantrip. And Toll the Dead is a cantrip.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yes, you
I
can.
was gonna say,
So
is
I'm gonna,
Toll the Dead is a cantrip.
yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and cast Shield of Faith on Ned. So Ned, you get a +2 to your AC for the next 10 minutes.
Makes it 20.
Mm-hmm. And that'll be the end of my turn. So Vargas, you're up.
Okay. Yeah, after I see these gauntlets appear, I'll decide to take a shot at them instead. So there's that gauntlet closest to me. Let's see what we can do. Oof.
The
9
gauntlet
to hit the
flashes
gauntlet.
up some water from the pool below, and it douses your firebolt.
Ah, god damn it. Alright, and that's the end of my turn. So yeah, on to Krieg.
Krieg is going to drop his bow down with one hand, and with his other hand, he's going to sling his hand forward, and the silver chain will extend from his wrist as he casts Thorn Whip on the silver gauntlet in front of him.
Get over here.
Just 2 damage, but it gets dragged 10 feet towards me.
And that's force movement, so it does not provoke an attack of opportunity.
It does not. And then I believe that is on to Inu.
Okay. I am going to take a shot at the flying gauntlet then.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a straight shot.
That's a natural 1.
As you cock your hand crossbow back to fire, the bolt falls out and falls into the water.
I'm a little rusty. It's Ned's turn.
Ned, I think you're up.
You're muted.
I certainly am. Okay. So tempted just to take the dodge action.
Mhm.
But I do have Field of Faith, so take another swing at the red guy. Oh,
That is a hit.
yep. That's better.
You
Oh.
cave in her skull.
Whack. Face down in the poop water.
Faceless down in the poop water.
I think that's it. So, bad guy's turn.
Okay. First, this flying gauntlet is going to try and hit Krieg. That is a nat 1. This flying gauntlet is going to provoke an attack of opportunity from Ned as it moves over here.
Okay.
Actually, no, it's not. It's just going to move there and try to hit Vargas. Is a 13 hit?
Nope.
He's got a chain shirt.
Yeah. Okay. And then at that point, Yignath is going to move over here and try to take a swing or a stab, I guess, at Francis.
14. Nah.
14 does not hit.
I
Not
thought
even
I had them
use
all.
Voice of Command. And both of the gauntlets make extra punches. One at Krieg. That's a
Misses.
7.
Damn, almost rip.
And then one at Vargas. That is a 12.
Yeah,
These guys
yeah.
cannot buy a bucket.
Nope.
Okay. Then it's on to Francis in the top of the round.
Yignath just took a swing at me, so I'm going to take my spear and take a jab right back at them. 10.
Nope.
All right. That'll be it for me. On to Vargas.
Okay, and so not really a whole lot I can do since it's right up there in front of me. I'll try hit it with my quarterstaff. Oof.
You drop it into the water.
Alright, yeah, that's the end of my turn. On to Krieg.
All right. Krieg is holding his bow one-handed, so it's useless as a weapon, but he can still hold it with one hand, right?
Yeah.
All right. He's going to use his free action to draw his short sword. He's going to take a stab at this flying gauntlet.
That is a hit.
And piercing damage. Then after that, it'll be on to Inu.
Alright. Taking a shot at Yignath. Okay. Nope. The 15 doesn't hit?
It does not.
Oof. Okay.
It clangs off of his chainmail
Alright.
and floop drops into the water.
And back to Ned.
Ned, you're up.
Yay. So he's standing there over the body that he just crushed and notices, hey, everybody has just walked right past me. What's up with that? So he turns around, and I think I'm going to take a swing at the gauntlet. Ooh, miss.
The chain of your flail wraps around the beam, and it kind of runs out of kinetic energy just as it's coming around the corner and just lightly taps it and then unwraps itself.
That's a warning shot.
Ding.
And yeah, I mean, not much else I can do, so bad guy's turn.
Okay. First, this flying gauntlet is going to continue to attack Krieg. That's a 21. For 6 bludgeoning.
Right.
Ouch. This one is going to attack Vargas. That is a nat 1. Yignath is going to try and spear Francis again. That is a crit.
Okay, then.
For a measly 8 damage, fortunately.
Oh,
So I'm concentrating on the shield. Do I need to roll a...
Concentration check.
So is it just a constitution?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, con save.
con save? Okay. 12. That should be enough.
It doesn't say that this is a constant. Oh, it does. Never mind. What's
I
the
think he's
DC?
rolling concentration.
I think
It's usually half
10
the damage.
It's
Yeah.
half the damage or 10, whichever is higher.
Yeah, retire, yeah.
Yep, so 12.
That's right. Okay, well, I think that makes it so.
It does.
Okay, in any case, where are we? Yignath is going to use Voice of Command. And the flying gauntlets are going to take punches again. This one hits Krieg, right?
Okay. Yeah, it does.
That's just
9
the 9.
damage, but I'm going to go ahead and use my reaction for Stone's Endurance to reduce that damage.
Do it. You take none.
Yep.
One is going to swing at Vargas. That is an 8. Okay, and then Yignath is going to move over here, provoking an attack of opportunity from Ned.
yes. No.
No. You wrap the flail around exactly the same way and in almost exactly the same spot.
Those were the same rolls. That is appropriate.
And that brings it to Francis.
Francis is going to take the trident and make a stab at Yignath. 14 hit.
It does not.
Yeah. He's getting pretty frustrated right now.
You smack her right in between her shoulder, or excuse me, him, right between his shoulder blades with the trident, but it doesn't pierce the armor.
Yeah. That's all I can do. On to Vargas.
Okay, things are looking not good over here, so I'm going to use the disengage action. And so are the two, I guess, wet spots above me, are they also, what's it called? Difficult terrain, or one of them, or none?
Behind you,
Yep,
those are not difficult terrain.
awesome. Alright, so I will move over to here.
Okay, then you're going to draw 2 attacks of opportunity.
He said he was
right?
disengaging.
You disengaging?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Then,
yeah, that's the end of my turn. On to Krieg.
Krieg is fighting for his life against this fucking chainmail gauntlet. He's just they're giving and going. He just got bitch slapped across the face and he smiled. And now he's gonna get hit again.
Mm.
That is his turn. On to Inu.
All right. I'm moving here. Do we do flanking?
We're not doing
I'm not a
flanking.
big fan of flanking.
No. Okay. Well, I still have affinity, so I'm gonna take a stab with my
Yes.
rapier
At
Krieg. This guy.
Yignath.
Dignath. Yeah. Okay. 23.
that is a hit.
Hey,
13 damage.
13 damage.
don't forget. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
On to Ned. I'll take it.
Okay. Ned's a little upset that he missed twice and that this guy's ignoring him now. So he's going to step forward and he's going to grab Yignath and try to restrain him. I know he's short, but he's strong. So
Okay, well, you can roll to grapple for sure.
grapple,
Athletics.
athletic.
Yeah, contested.
Boom. Not too bad.
Oh,
Ha!
okay. You grapple Yignath.
All right, guys, pummel him. And that's it. So,
Bad
that guy's
guys.
turn.
Okay. I gotta look up the grappled condition.
I think it's just movement speed is reduced to 0.
Yeah.
Speed becomes 0.
Oh,
Not restrained.
attackers don't get advantage.
No.
That was
No.
kind of what I was
That's-
going for.
You gotta shove
If
them to
you
the
take
ground
the
and then
grappler
grapple them.
feat,
Yeah.
you can try to
You can
pin
while
them.
grappled, you can try and pin. Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta
Oh,
shove them to the
so
ground.
next turn I get to put him on the ground.
Yeah. You can also replace your attack with a shove attack to just try and knock them prone, which will give advantage.
Right.
And it's the exact same
And
thing.
then if they're grappled, then they can't stand up
Mm-hmm.
because their speed is 0.
Right. Right.
Okay, so what's gonna happen here? The gauntlets are gonna turn on Francis. That's a 20.
That hits.
4 bludgeoning.
And let me roll a con save. 7. So the shield fades.
Disappears. Okay, as the shimmering on Ned's shield dissipates, Yignath smiles, and the other gauntlet attacks Ned instead. And it misses.
Nice try.
Yignath is going to try and separate himself from Ned. Okay. The number to beat is 16.
14.
He does it. Wow.
Oh, he pushes off. And then he barks orders, and the gauntlets swing wildly.
That is shocking. He's never done that before.
One swing goes at Krieg, that is an 11 and a miss. The other one at Inu, that is a
hits.
19.
Ow.
9 bludgeoning.
Ow, 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 ow. Okay.
And that brings it to Francis.
Francis is getting frustrated with his trident, so he's going to.
Please don't say you're going to throw it in the water.
No, not that one. Francis is going to back up to here.
Okay, that's going to draw 2 attacks of opportunity.
Should be 3
actually.
Yep, go for it.
So you're doing that to purposefully draw their attacks of opportunity, aren't you?
There's other reasons, yeah.
Okay, let's see what chess master action you got here. That's 1 miss, 1 natural 1, and 2 misses, and 1 really,
So-
really bad miss.
So now that I'm ranged, I'm going to take my shield and I'm going to thrust it forward. And you see the trident emblem on my shield begin to glow with a white fiery energy as I thrust it forward and cast Sacred Flame on Yignath. So it's a DC 13 Dex save.
Dex save.
Ooh, nice damage.
There it
That is
is.
8.
Nice.
And that's radiant damage, if that does anything.
Okay, would you be doing anything else on your turn?
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's all. Vargas, is you're up.
All right. Now that I've successfully evaded my pursuers, I will move back and take a shot at Yignath.
You got no line of sight from there.
Uh-huh. Okay. Let's see.
You got to shoot through Inu, and you don't have spell sniper.
Uh-huh. That's not great.
You could go here.
And I can go there.
And then you'd be
Should gonna
attacking with
put me-
disadvantage.
Yeah. I'll hold my action in case there's a spot that opens up for me to shoot. And so
And
I'll
if
hold
one does open up, you're going to do what exactly?
shoot a firebolt.
At Yignath?
Yes.
Roger.
All right, on to Krieg.
Krieg is locked in a battle with his hand. It looks like they're high-fiving for death. 21. Does that hit?
That is a hit.
8 piercing damage.
The buckles are starting to come off of the gauntlet.
Jesus Christ, this gauntlet is tanky. This gauntlet has more HP than I do.
Actually, it doesn't.
Resistance.
Nope. It's just annoying.
It's got 4. It has very, very close to the amount of HP I do.
That is true.
I've done 17 damage to it so far.
You've done 15.
No, I did 2 with Thorn Whip.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
2 with Thorn Whip, 7 with my last short sword attack, and 8 this time. So
I'm sorry, the buckles didn't come off. They break.
Okay.
Thank fuck, dude.
Miscounted the 2 points. My
He is
apologies.
victorious against his new fucking nemesis. And he lets out a mighty war cry. On to Emu.
All right. I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery on Yignath.
All right. That's a charisma save?
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save? Well, what the hell happened?
What do you mean?
It kicked me out of the game.
It's fun.
We win.
I have vicious mockery
Yay!
the DM. Too hard.
What, you can't operate roll 20? No, I'm just
What do you say in your vicious mockery?
I'm just gonna get him give him a really naughty look, and just glare at him.
You think you're gonna touch me?
Just give him just like.
Oof, it works.
Does that give him some sort of disadvantage?
On his next attack.
On his next attack roll.
Cool.
very nice.
He's been called out.
All right. Is that it?
Mm-hmm. Ned.
And that's me. I guess I'll leave the gauntlet alone for now and swing at Yignath. Go down, damn you. Oof.
Nope.
Turn and
A
face
spear
me.
turns the mace head aside, or I'm sorry, the flail head aside at the last moment.
And is Ned still up to like chin height with water?
Thereabouts.
Yeah, so you're just like swinging this thing above your head.
Like a helicopter.
I'm used to it.
No, he did that in the bathhouse earlier.
Yeah.
Oh,
God.
you're fired.
I was thinking that should be inspiration for him.
That's not bad, actually.
Yeah, that's all I could do. Right, Francis is up.
Actually, no, it's Yignath next.
Yignath. Well, no. Francis is up.
Okay, so the gauntlet is gonna take a swing at Ned. Ooh, that's a crit. For 12 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then Yignath is going to try his luck with the spear against Inu. This will be with disadvantage. So that is a
Nice.
miss. And then Voice of Command is going to cause the gauntlet to take another swing at Ned. That is a miss.
Ah.
And on to Francis.
Francis is pretty happy with his previous performance. He's going to take that shield and re-emphasize it and shove it out again and cast Sacred Flame again on Yignath.
Okay. Oh, 4 damage.
And he'll end his turn there. Vargas, you're up.
What's it going to cost me to pick up the quarterstaff I dropped?
Nothing. That was just for
All right.
flavor.
I'll go and I'll pick up my quarterstaff and I'm going to make an attack against the Yignath.
Okay. Oh, that's a hit.
20. Woo. All right, let's say that I was using that with one hand.
Vargas has officially done more melee damage than Francis has.
All right, that's 6 bludgeoning, I think.
It is.
All right. Yep.
Catch him
that's
square in front of right in the middle of his forehead.
catch this, you melon. And that's the end of my turn. On to Krieg.
Krieg is going to use his free action to sheath his hunting knife, and he's going to move laterally this way, casting Thorn Whip at Yignath to drag him back towards this group of dangerous people,
Okay.
with the silver bracelet extending magically, and it misses.
It does.
And that is Krieg's turn.
Accidentally, it kind of wraps around the bottom end of Yignath's spear, and he just kind of yanks it out of the chain grip.
On to Inu.
Rapier stab at Yignath. 17 hit.
That's a hit.
Nice. 6-7 damage.
Make that 2 people with more damage than me.
More melee damage.
I'll say everyone has more melee damage than me right now.
Actually, Inu has the highest damage total so far, I think. That sneak attack damage.
Yep.
Okay. I think that's me.
Yep.
Same old, same old. Swing my flail at Yignath. I might have hit this time.
That's a hit.
Any
Donk.
damage.
Oof.
Ha!
As you strike Yignath in the back, you hear a very sharp exhale, and you know that the flail has smashed the back of his lungs, and he falls lifeless forward into the water.
That'll learn ya. I'm disappointed to see the gauntlet still up, but that's all I can do.
Okay, the gauntlet
Francis?
is not in the... No, actually, the gauntlet is next, because Yignath was
Oh,
next.
I keep doing that. That's
It's
funny.
no problem. No, it's not in the initiative order anymore. I probably should have put
Yeah,
an X over
that's-
Yignath instead. But in any case,
That explains it.
Inu's going to get punched
Ow.
for 12 bludgeoning.
Oof.
Was
That's
that
not a crit.
Did you roll crit damage?
No. No, I'm sorry, 9 then.
Yeah. Still, ow, I'm unconscious.
Yeah, you're still unconscious.
I just got knocked the fuck out.
By a gauntlet with no hand in it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that brings it to Francis. You're muted.
Apologies. Francis is going to belly flop into the water and swim over to Inu, realizing the graveness of her situation. Grab her leg and use lay on hands. I'll give you 5 hit points.
Okay.
So you should be back up.
Thank you.
And then Francis is going to stand up right in front of the gauntlet, shield up, dripping in just rotting sewage water. And that'll end my turn. Vargas, you're up.
Intimidating.
All right. I'm gonna move, wading through this heavy sewage, and then take a shot at the gauntlet for
That
12.
misses.
And that's the end of my turn. On to Krieg.
Am I tall enough to shoot over Ned?
I'll
I'm more
allow
than
it.
tight. Like, all right,
I'll allow it this time.
all right. I'm gonna try to pin
The
this
gauntlet's
gauntlet.
like flying up kind of higher.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pin
Definitely
this
out of the
gauntlet
water.
against the wall with my longbow and miss horribly.
It goes right in between the fingers as it goes like this.
Peace. All right, on to Inu.
Alright. Getting back up, I'm gonna like wipe off my nose with blood and stab at the stab with my rapier. 24.
Oof.
Jeez.
14
Nice.
damage.
Gotta go down.
Actually, I don't think this one's been hit very often, so
I don't
Probably
think this
not.
has been
As
hit,
you
but
thrust the point of your rapier in between the armor plates, you twist the handle, and it knocks a bunch of the buckles and stuff loose, and pieces fall off of the gauntlet.
that'll take it to Ned then.
All right. All right. Fingers crossed. Let's take a swing at it.
Chop, 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 chop.
Nope.
That stinks. I'm gonna. Yeah. Well, that's all I can do. No bonus action, so I'll take a second wind. I only got hit once, but it was pretty hard. Yay.
Solid roll.
That's it.
Okay, now it's the Gauntlet's turn. The Gauntlet is going to try and hit Ned while he's doing his breathing exercises. That's a 22.
That misses.
with
Just kidding.
bludgeoning.
Well,
And that brings it to
there's-
Francis.
All right, Francis is going to take out his trident and attempt to stab this thing. 13?
Nope.
Son of a gun. All right. That's all. Vargas.
All right, I'll take another shot, and it's gonna go wide. So
Yeah.
on to Krieg.
Alrighty. Krieg is going to do the same thing. Going wide. On to Enu.
One more
Wow.
stab. Yes.
That's a hit.
Hey!
There we
Nice.
go. Impale it into the wall or the pillar.
Yeah. It's stuck now up against the support beam.
Mm.
Well, that happened.
He's gonna spit out blood. That was not
Francis is trying to
pleasant.
hold back vomit.
I'm
I'm
gonna.
going to cast Goodberry and come feed it to this man who looks like he's dying. Come feed one to this man.
He's got a sack over his head.
Take his sack off.
So you take the bag off of his head, and you can very clearly see that this is a human male. And he looks like he's well trimmed and well fed. And as you take the bag off, he says, "Who are you? Oh no, what are you going to do to me?"
Eat this fucking berry. Shove it in his mouth.
He spits it out on the ground.
I scoop it up and I shove it back in his mouth. I make him fucking eat it.
Okay. Roll me a grapple check.
Alright. Fucking bitch. You're not gonna do that to me. Do I have advantage because he's tied the fuck up?
Sure. He's restrained. Oh, so close.
Wow.
You shove it into his mouth and you kind of force him to chew it, but he fights and chokes and gurgles, and eventually you can see like bits of the berry kind of come out his nose.
Oh my god.
It still restores 1 HP to him. That was quite rude of you. We're here to save you, I think.
And as he's starting to realize that, as he's starting to feel better, like nourished, because that's one of the things that Goodberry does, right?
Yeah.
Hydrated and all that. He he kind of like slumps a little bit against the wall and he says, "Well, consider my perspective for a moment, friends. I've been down here for who knows how long being tortured. I could only logically assume that you were coming here to do the same."
Aye, we look just like your captors, don't we, huh? As
No, I
competent
can very clearly
adventurers.
see that they are dead in the water.
Aye.
I
Well,
don't
look,
suppose I
who
could
else
convince
could we
all of
be?
you to let me out of these manacles.
Can I insight him?
About what?
I want to see if he is putting on a show.
About what?
Pretending
If he's
like,
actually a prisoner or not, I guess.
yeah, because this
Okay.
could just be some fucked up shit that he's doing.
You don't think he's lying about that. You saw him getting jabbed by a spear anyway.
I was just confused because we just killed his captors. He can see them dead behind us.
He didn't see that at first because there's a crowd of people up on the dais.
That's true.
And he
Okay.
just, his eyes are being, just now adjusting to light after that sack being on his head for who knows how long.
Well, I'm going to leave you to my more sociable peers, and then I'm going to go loot the bodies of the Bane soldiers.
Okay. On them, on the female with the shield and the mace, you find nothing. Literally nothing. No gold, no toothpicks, no nothing. On Yignat's belt, there is an iron ring with 7 keys.
Scoop that up.
Can I inspect this statue that's over here?
Sure. It looks like a suit of armor that is welded together so that it can stand like a statue.
Mm. Is it holding any weapons or anything, or just straight up
No,
armor?
there are no hands anymore.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
no helmet, and there are no weapons.
Gotcha. Okay. Well,
There anything interesting down this hallway?
Oh, 1 second.
Ah, more hallway.
more hallway.
Secret tunnel.
Is there a door right here?
There is.
Oh.
So since everybody walked away from the prisoner, we released him, right?
No,
He's
we haven't
locked.
done that yet. I
Oh,
thought
he's
after
locked up by
someone good at
manacles.
talking would want to talk to him.
Say, would you be willing to let me out of these manacles, friend?
Before
I've grown very much not to be very fond of them.
anybody
no.
find keys?
And I do anticipate that we will let you free and escort you out of the tunnels here. But before we do that, we are on our way down here to try to clear up the miscreants that are inhabiting these halls. Is there any information you can provide to us that might be helpful in our disposal of these vile humans?
Other than that I hope they all rot in the nine hells.
Oh, are you from the same area of town that I am, sir?
Why, I'm not quite so sure. You see, I'm from Baldur's Gate.
Oh, okay. It's just you
My name
sound a
is
lot like a
Jasso.
uncle.
The Jasso family is quite rich, and if you'd be willing to get me out of this predicament, I'd make it worth your while.
Oh, but of course. Can you guys start searching around? Maybe we have some keys around here where we can let our esteemed guest here
I
free of his
found them,
shackles.
and I will toss them to Francis.
Francis reaches out and tries to grab them, and he'll attempt to unlock the shackles using the keys.
Okay. You go through a few of them, but you find that one of the keys does, in fact, unlock the shackles.
Francis will make a show of it while he's trying to unlock it and say, "I'm sorry, it's these shackles appear to be a little worn. Is there any other information you can provide to us?"
As you unlock the shackles, he kind of slumps to the ground because he's a little emaciated, he's kind of weak. And he says, "Oh, that's a relief. I'm sorry, my friends. I have heard numerous footfalls walk through this room. But other than that, I can tell you that I think some of them went to the south and some of them went that way." And he points straight ahead to the east.
Well,
Why
I
did
do.
they have you prisoner?
Why, I can only imagine they were trying to blackmail my family into a ransom.
Not too creative, considering it's a cult, but never mind. Best
They
not to think about it.
look at Francis. Hey, should we do that?
Should we blackmail?
How loud are you saying that?
Um, well, loud enough for everybody to hear.
He looks at you like his eyes get wide, and he tries to push his way past all of you. Francis Vargas, do you resist?
uh, I resist in that I'm trying to prop him up on my shoulder to help him out.
But he's going to try to get past you. Do you stop him?
Um, yeah,
Okay, roll me a grapple check with advantage.
21.
Yeah, he can't make that even with a 20. So
So hold up, friend. You're about to, with all these stab wounds inside of you, venture into some what I imagine is disease-ridden water. Here, let me help you a little bit. And Francis starts to use his shape water cantrip, and he's parting the ways so that he can walk clearly through.
He says, "Why, thank you. I have no intention at this point of going out of the frying pan and into the fire, so if this is going to be the next point of discussion, I'd rather see my way out of this conversation." And he starts to amble into the water.
I will quickly mark him as not an enemy for the alarm.
I'll lead
Can you
you
do
out,
that?
Creek. Say,
Yeah. I think you can mark up to 6 people.
Okay.
Should
follow
we
me.
just
I'll
be
lead you
letting
up
him
this
go?
out here.
Seems like we could make money off of him.
Krieg's
Um,
not interested in money unless if any of you tell him
He
to
tries
stop.
to
He's
grab
not.
onto your arm for stability, for balance.
Yeah, he'll let him hold on.
while Ned was saying that, Francis looks at him and says, I understand your intentions and your want to expand our coffers, but at this point, I think we have bigger fish to fry. Forgive my gross use of wording for my people, but I believe that we do have uh, other threats in this area that we need to turn our attention to.
All right.
Damn it. And just for it to spell no, like you can only do it at the start of the spell, so like he's gonna trip it.
Yeah, he's gonna trigger it.
I mean, it doesn't go away when it's triggered.
Doesn't it?
I'm gonna tell. I don't think so. It lasts for 8 hours. It's anytime a creature breaks it. I'm going to
Uh-huh.
double check outside of this bathhouse to see what's going on. I'm gonna stop him and just peer outside real quick as stealthily as I can.
You see the place basically in almost exactly the same order as you left it.
Okay. And I'll just lead him out of the bathhouse, if that's possible,
Yeah, sure.
and say, "Well, how will we correct our reward for rescuing you?"
Let's say in about a day's time, you meet me at the Low Lantern.
Lantern Inn. Is it nearby?
Yes, it's in a ship in the harbor.
All right. I'll let the
The
others know.
tavern. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. What's your name, sir?
Uh, my name is my name is Krieg von Darrow. It is a pleasure to meet you. What is yours?
My name is Clem Jasso.
Lim Jesso. I will remember this name. Well, don't get caught again. They'll probably kill you. There were 3 other dissected corpses down there.
His eyes go wide and his complexion completely drains of any color at the mention of that.
I just
And
pat
he
him on the back and set him on his
bolts.
way.
You see a Slim Jim Jasso.
All right. Can I make my way back to the group with no problem? Okay.
Yeah, no issue.
We are supposed to meet Klim Jasso at the Low Light Inn. It's in a boat in the harbor somewhere. Tomorrow, if we
Low
can.
Lantern.
Low Lantern Inn.
Alright.
Just
Well,
Slim Jim.
we've got 2 options here, lads. Left or right.
Before we go anywhere, are any of you in need of maybe some healing? Did you all take any damage during this last battle?
How long would we have to chill here for a short rest?
An hour.
Is everyone okay with doing that?
No.
Or no? Okay.
I mean, I do have a little bit of healing in my lay on hands.
I just want my
Uh,
stone endurance back.
Inu still has like blood dripping out of one of her nostrils.
If you guys
uh,
think I'm gonna let you take a short rest here, you are sadly mistaken.
Yeah.
Francis
If you
reaches
guys are
over.
gonna respawn, you don't get short rests.
Francis is
Okay, that makes
going to
sense.
reach over to Inu and pat her on the back and say, "You fought well during this last battle." He's going to pump 5 more lay on hands into her.
It's appreciated.
So if I heard Slim Jim right, if we go towards the right side, that is where he saw a group of them or heard a group of them go. But we
He,
also do have this path to the south.
he heard a
Uh,
group of them go in both ways. They went south and to the east.
I would put it up to the group. Where do you think that we should go next?
Well, if there are people on the other side of that door and they heard the combat, they're waiting for us. So I think we should go south, or at least we don't have to open a door and give them free shots.
Though at the same time, if they hear us leave this area, then they might follow us and pin us down.
In the meantime, I would like to lean down and peel off the black painted gauntlets from the two Yignath people, and I'm going to toss them to Ned and Francis.
The
Hopefully, they can, like,
Baneites.
huh? The Banites, yes.
Yes. The
And
followers of Bane.
toss them to Ned and Francis and say, "Think you might help us pass off as non-hostiles?"
I
Francis.
reckon they'll not recognize someone who's a little smaller, not being one of theirs.
So
Actually,
Francis
could I
has divine sense. Is he able to look at this gauntlet and determine if it is inherently
They
evil?
radiate nasty fucking evil.
Yeah. Francis looks at it and goes, "I'm sorry, but my patron, my god Poseidon would smite me down if I were to put on something this evil."
You can tell from the bloodstains on that gauntlet that several people have been killed by a hand in that gauntlet.
But what
I'll-
about that suit of armor?
It's welded together.
Oh, okay.
I'll take the gauntlet from Francis if he let me.
The what?
The gauntlet.
Francis hands it to her and says, "Please do be careful. I don't want this to turn you into, God forbid, whatever this might turn you into."
When you
Yeah.
said it was evil, Ned already has his gauntlet on, and he looks up evil what now?
It feels, as you're sliding it onto your hand, an overpowering feeling of dread grips you.
I'm gonna go and strip the clothes off of the woman that we killed.
She's wearing chainmail armor.
Oof. Okay, never mind.
They're
Does
both
she have
wearing
any like?
chainmail, actually.
Is it all it's just straight up chainmail, or does she have any like cultist marking like clothing?
There's like a tabard kind of sewn into the chainmail.
Okay. Then I guess I'll just hang onto the gauntlet then. It's fine.
You get the same overpowering feeling of
Oh, I
dread,
didn't.
but
I
I'm
didn't
gonna
put it.
guess
I
it
didn't.
doesn't bother you.
I didn't really put it on, but
You kind of get that feeling when you pick it up
yeah,
still,
yeah, that's fine. No, no,
but I'm gonna guess it doesn't bother you, right?
no, no.
Ned takes the gauntlet off and says, "It makes me feel like when I cheated in rune carving class. I knew I was gonna get in trouble."
Oh, bless you, Ned.
I'll strip these two of their chainmail if no one's taking them, and just put them in the old pack.
Those are very
Let's say
heavy.
you're gonna carry 2 suits worth of chainmail in your
Yeah, I
backpack?
don't think there's room for that in your pack, honestly.
Yeah, chainmail weighs
Uh-huh.
55 pounds each, so that's 110 pounds.
And you'd have to dump out pretty much everything in your pack to fit them in there.
Yeah.
All right, no, all right, I'll leave them.
So south then?
I mean, I'm
I thought we were. going
willing to
east.
go with the group's wishes.
Door or stairs?
Shall we flip a
Can I
coin?
Can I at least go to the door and listen into it?
Sure. You hear nothing.
Okay. Well, if they're in there, we can't hear them. Or at least I can't.
Well, there's obviously nothing on the other side.
As you come up to the door, however, you do faintly smell sulfur.
Oh. Hmm.
Francis looks at Ned.
I vote for the door now.
Who's holding a torch?
Me.
I had dropped mine.
Yeah, into the water, right?
Yeah.
I dropped mine into the water.
Oh, that's
I
right.
got
You dropped
another
yours
one
into
out.
the water.
Yeah, but I had dropped mine as
I-
well. So.
Shall we flip a coin and go whichever way the fate decides?
Either that or the door. I like the odds of the door really, but alright, flip a coin if we must.
I mean, there are two of us wanting to go through the door. Everyone else seems to.
Well, Vargas, Krieg, Inu want to go for the door. That's 3.
Okay, I guess then it is wise to go through this door.
All right, little buddy, and he bends down to pat Ned on the back and says, "Do you want to go first?"
I'll go through the door.
All right.
Splash, splash, splash. Open.
Open sesame.
Polygon tool.
As you open the door, an overpowering stench of sulfur assaults your senses.
Francis immediately looks at Ned and goes, Ned, dude, I told you not to call when you were about to rip one.
It was me this time. I don't think.
Ned, why don't you roll me a survival?
There it is. Not too.
You realize that stench, whatever is causing it, is some kind of flammable gas.
I've smelled this before. Right before someone got blown up. Might want to put out the torch.
I believe we put out both of our torches, so we don't have anything on right now.
I had one lit. I'll extinguish it.
Okay. Now it's dark, and only Ned and Vargas can see, right?
Yep.
I'm going to walk through with one hand on Ned's, I guess, head.
Which one?
I'm holding on to the
Yes.
back.
Little Ned was put away upstairs.
Yeah. So I try to describe the room as I walk through it, just to let everybody know there's stuff. Do I see anything that would cause that smell?
I mean, you can't really see the gas, although you can definitely see, like, every now and then there's a bubble from the water.
Ooh.
In just random places throughout the room.
I'm thinking I don't want to go explore that. So I'm gonna
I
come
have
up
a
the
great
stairs.
idea.
Do what?
I have a great idea.
What's
We
that?
leave this room, we go back down the hallway, and our little wizard friend back there ignites whatever is dangerous in here.
I do like that plan.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Vargas, Krieg had a wonderful idea. You still have those flame bolts cocked and ready?
I do. Would you like me to just send one right through the door?
Francis says, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the door. If you can fire one through, as soon as it makes it through, I'll slam the door shut and use my shield to block the blast.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take the shot from over here.
Can't quite get it from there because you're up this. Actually, you know what? No, with the door open, I think you'll get it.
So Francis goes, are you ready?
Aye, I'm ready. I think you
Good.
should maybe just leave. Put yourself some distance between us and the door. You and the door specifically.
Krieg's
would-
actually going to lay down underneath the water over here.
Oh.
What Francis says, do not worry about me. As soon as I slam shut the door, I will face plant into this water to protect me from the fire. Don't worry, I swim in this kind of water all the time.
Ugh.
have, actually.
Damn,
All right.
settlement.
Well, Sure thing. If you want to do it this way, let's do it.
All
That's
right.
canon now. Francis is a sewage genasi.
How dare you disparage my past? No, Francis opens up the door and he goes, "Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1," and he waits for the firebolt to fire.
You don't have to roll to hit. You just have to shoot it into the room, so that's no problem.
All right.
Francis, the room goes up very quickly. I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Sir.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
So
Well done.
as the room starts to burn and you can see this explosion start to billow outwards, you realize that you have enough time to yank the door closed, and then you kick your feet out underneath you. You smack your shield up against the door underneath the water as you're submerged, and that basically contains the blast. It does not leave the room.
Okay.
Yeah,
I-
but the real
I-
question is how loud was that?
it's like a
The-
flip.
Definitely, you could feel a change in the air pressure in the room, even though the door was closed.
Mhm.
Hi, Francis. I saw that, mate. Fucking good on ya.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Nice shot yourself.
Craig stands up, uncorks another thing of perfume, and rubs it underneath his nose again.
Francis is gonna open up the door again and look at what happened inside.
The perfume is ineffective. You realize that you rubbed something else into your beard.
Oh.
It's a good thing I don't have a beard. I'm totally bald.
He looks over
Got
and
a
he goes,
beard now.
"Did you grow a?
Oh God!
Did you use some just for men underneath your nose? It appears that you dyed it brown."
Ugh.
Oh, Jesus.
Can you please use shape water to get it out of my face?
Francis,
I think we
he
need
just-
What?
Baldur.
Wait,
Fra-
shape
Francis
water
goes-
with the dirty water?
Francis grabs the dirty water and just rubs it all over his face.
Craig smacks you. Craig, that is not what I meant. Can you please help me? I need it. Please, this is disgusting.
I can't.
Enu's gonna
I don't think
spit
she-
in her hand and wipe it off your face.
No, I mean there's water there. You can just, it's that 5-foot cube volume near his face.
See, this is why prestidigitation is so
Yeah.
important to have.
Yep.
Yeah, but this is far
Marcus
funnier.
thinks as he's cleaning his own armor up.
So Francis opens up the door to see what kind of damage was done by the blast.
You don't smell the gas so much. There's like some smoke and stuff in the air. It smells a little acrid, but there's not a lot of that sulfur smell in the room anymore. Although, wait, is anybody holding a torch?
I am now, I think.
Okay, you're close enough. So that means, Francis, you can see as you look into the room, like as you're trying to look around, there's a little bit of smoke and haze, whatever, and then a bubble comes through the water.
Huh. I do believe that this area might be a little dangerous for us folk that cannot see in the dark.
Pull up again.
Then it
We
sounds
could,
like we go south.
Could just look up the stairs.
If you'd like to do that, Ned, I will follow you.
Just congoing up the stairs with the lights off.
Do we have so nobody that's sneaky?
I'm relatively.
I mean,
sneaky.
I can give it a little look.
Well, what I mean is nobody that's sneaky has dark vision.
I can see in the dark, and I'm
Oh, you can.
a
Okay.
little sneaky. Let me give it a little look around here.
Right.
Sneak mode.
Okay, as you enter,
Engaged.
you splash around pretty hard. As you enter, you do not smell the sulfur smell so much. Although, kind of on the other side of the room, you see a bubble pop up.
Alright, just want to peer around this corner.
Ooh.
Huh.
Wow. I get nervous, so I'm
Peer.
gonna come up here and at least look.
Peer around this corner as well.
There are stairs.
Ah, they're just stairs. Is there a corner or is it just straight up?
The passage you think continues straight on after that, but you're not quite sure because it's up over the top of the stairs.
Okay.
And that was the last time the party saw Vargas.
Yeah, it might just be that way, but let's push our luck a little further. Peer on both sides.
Dwarf dark vision is 60 feet, right?
Yep. And on the left side, it's just rubble.
That is as it appears, yes.
Okay. So I can kind of make out that there's doors along this hallway. Yeah, this is where we turn back.
Boy, what's up there?
Hey Ned. All right. There's a lot of doors. There's a lot of doors over there. You know what? I think we're likely to find people there.
Should I
Maybe.
get the others?
I think it's best.
So I just turn around to the opening and yell out, "Oi! Come on, there's a bunch of doors to look at."
Francis pokes his head in and goes, "Where are you?"
Marco.
While this is going on, Krieg's gonna move south.
What are you talking about? I'm right here.
He extinguishes the torch before he enters the room.
I
Okay.
do understand that you think that you know where I think you know I am, but I do not where you. Damn it, come over here.
Once I'm out of the water and up here, do I still smell it?
You smell it very faintly. It's not like it was before.
Go ahead and light the torch again.
But I mean, that's the same in this room, though, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
it's as you leave as you get away from the water, it's much less faint. Or I'm sorry, it's much more faint.
Oi, where are you going? This way.
I'm just checking our backs.
Francis is still standing right inside the doorway going, I don't know where any of you people are. Can't you understand? I am flipping blind over here.
I thought you just
All right.
pulled out a torch. No?
Frank, walk forward.
Frank takes a baby step forward.
Keep going until
Frank
I tell
is
you to
scared
stop.
of the dark.
Okay.
It's
Francis
the wall.
hits his head right into the wall.
So when he smacks against the wall, I say, "Stop."
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You take
Then
one
I'll-
annoyance damage.
you, should, you should see a torch.
Ned, I swear to you, once I get my hands around that little neck of yours, I am going to hit your head against the wall so hard, you are going to forget who your mama is.
Which head?
You can't see me to grab me.
Why does it have to be witch head every time?
All right, we're clearing.
Damage you.
I don't know. One might hurt more than the other.
That's true.
So at this
It's
point, I would be able to
definitely
see the torchlight from
Yeah.
From
from
Krieg.
Krieg.
Yeah, so Krieg, you're standing in front of stairs.
What's up the stairs?
You can't see because they are higher than your vision.
Nothing much. What's up with you?
Just head up the stairs. Again, keeping an eye out for any sort of traps or arcane wards or anything like that.
As Francis was railing against Ned, he realizes that Ned was also orphaned and taken in by the giants, so Ned really doesn't know who his mama is, and he feels really guilty about what he just said.
Oof.
This down here is another sacrificial altar.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm just let me do the area reveal here before I read the box text. 'Cause I got to use this manual thingy here. Okay, this is this dry, partially collapsed room contains a stone altar with humanoid skulls and bones piled around it. The top of the altar is covered with dozens of half-melted candles made of black wax, all currently unlit.
Should I light the candles?
You got a lit torch.
Inu, or Kriegel looked at Inu and says, "What do you think? Should I do it?"
She just shrugs.
He goes and he lights the candles.
Okay, when you light the first candle, writing on the altar appears in blood red, and it says, "Rise and be counted."
It's like the census.
Let's try and light the second candle.
Well, he's not going to
The
say the
words
words.
glow a little brighter.
I don't know what the puzzle means. I don't know what the riddle is.
Inu is going to loudly proclaim, "Rise and be counted." Gee,
As you
who
do
would have
so,
thunked it?
the debris at the north end of the room and the south and east ends of the room rise up together and knit, forming 3 animated skeletons. Everyone roll initiative.
I'll take that.
I think that I have messed this up.
I mean, technically,
Yeah, that's about right.
Inu raised them, so shouldn't she control them?
You would think, right?
No,
Vargas,
not
I
playing that.
We just need to add Vargas
I
to the
want 3
initiative.
pet skeletons, dude.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Oops. I wasn't supposed to do that. Vargas, you got
Vargas
an
rolled
8, is that right?
I did roll an 8. I can click on it again and
No,
roll.
I got it.
Yeah, well,
Okay, that puts it to the top of the round, and Krieg.
Krieg's taking the disengage action. 30 feet down, and he just goes, "Ned! Ned, come protect me!"
Oh, there's doors this way.
Ned, I need your help! On to Inu.
Alright. Let's see. Let's cast Bane on the 3 skeletons.
Okay. One passes.
Okay.
Nice.
With that, do I know which one passes or no?
I want to say because magic is driven by intent, you would know that.
Okay.
So the middle one, the one at the top there, the
Okay.
northmost one passes.
Okay. And then I'm gonna move here. And am I able to take a shot at that one with my hand crossbow without disadvantage or no?
Hold on.
It's not at a target within melee range.
Yeah, but the enemy that's right next to you could potentially disrupt the
Yeah,
shot.
so
Is that
it's
still imposed disadvantage?
yeah, it's if there's an enemy within 5
I
feet
see.
from
Okay,
you.
I wasn't sure. That's fine. I will just take a rapier stab at the one in front of me. Okay.
Nice.
No,
I don't think you get
So it's
sneak
just
attack.
12. Yeah, no sneak attack, but 12.
Just 12.
Just 12. I don't know. Could have been 17.
As the skeleton tries to lumber towards you, you kind of dance to the side and back to the other side, and you swish your rapier through the air and hack off one of its arms and one of its legs.
Nice. All right. Well, that'll be Mr. Skeleton's turn then.
Just a flesh
Actually,
wound.
what's your dexterity, Ned?
It is pretty good. 14.
+2.
I'm pretty sure that's higher than the. Actually, no, the skeletons have a 14. How about
Okay.
that?
Well,
So
there
that's
you
up
go.
to you then.
So that means that these actions are going to be simultaneous.
Yeah.
Ned, you can go ahead and do whatever you're going to do first.
Am I still in rough terrain? Whatever you call it.
No,
No, that's not deep water.
the
No.
water here is much more shallow.
In that case, that is as far as I can run without dashing. So I shall. Well, I guess I'll be the tank and dash up there, right in the middle. Bring it on, you bastards! So that was my action. I don't really have much in the way of bonus actions, so I guess it is Vargas's turn. Or
No,
the
it's the
skeleton's turn.
skeletons. So
See,
all
if I
three
keep doing that,
skeletons. It's okay. So all three skeletons close in on Inu because they see that you've basically dismembered one of them to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hit.
Minus a d4, which I don't think matters. It still hits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still a 17, right?
Yeah. So 7 damage. Ow.
Second one.
That
That I
one-
think is gonna miss.
That one, if you
possibly.
possibly. Nice.
Yeah, it
Okay, that
misses.
misses. Nice. Okay, cool. Third
That
one
one
though,
I'm
that
pretty
hits.
sure is gonna
Fuck.
hit.
Okay. Yep. Yep. I'm unconscious. Worth a try.
That was
Now it's
quick.
Vargas.
And Bane drops as well. Pretty sure it's concentration, isn't it?
Oh shit! Oh, my movement's 25. Ah,
Yeah, it's concentration.
Actually, yeah. 25.
so I can move here, but she's lying down.
Yep.
Correct.
Ah, that's still gonna be so bad to go there. All right. Well, I haven't taken any damage yet, so may as well. Let's see. Can I hit the one skeleton from here?
That one?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it has pretty good cover from being up the stairs.
Ah. Oh, okay. So I'd actually have to go up the stairs to hit any of them.
No, I just don't think you can get it good from there. You know what? Yeah, because it's more than just like it's not right at the top of the stairs. I'm
Okay.
gonna say it has half cover.
Right. In that case, I'll hold an action to shoot a firebolt in case one starts coming down the stairs and comes into better view.
Okay.
And then I'll end my turn there. Pass it
You
on
know,
to
half cover is only a
Francis.
-2, right?
Huh?
You know, half cover is only a -2, right?
Right.
We have not been rolling rocks tonight.
Okay, so Francis's turn. He's going to get.
I still have good berries, by the way.
He's going to get right here. Um. Which one of the skeletons looks like it's missing the limbs?
The one in the middle.
One in the middle. So he's going to clang his trident against the shield and point it directly at that skeleton to do Toll the Dead. Are you serious? So it'll be 1 damage. And of
No, it
course they
won't.
save. All right. Francis is just going to stand there. Pass it on to Krieg.
Krieg's going to run here and use his action to shove a good berry inside Enu's mouth. He's going to use the remainder of his movement to move here, and then he's going to do something
That'll draw one
stupid.
attack of opportunity.
Why? Okay, yeah, I'll take it. Misses. And I'm going to use my free interact with an object to go ahead and light a third candle.
Okay. The lights or the script glows a little brighter, a little more red.
Okay, that didn't do what I thought it would do. All right, that's my turn. On to Enu, who has 1 HP.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Then I'm gonna take the disengage action. And that'll be to Ned then.
You bastards, turn and fight me. Swing at the wounded one.
Right, because this is simultaneous, all three of them will get to attack whether or not you kill one of them.
Okay.
That is a hit, and it only has 1 hit point left, so you can roll damage if
Yay.
you feel like it for fun.
Yes.
That was a 1 for the damage roll. Plus strength. That's it. Skeletons, swing away.
Okay. One is going to swing at Krieg. That is a miss, and then 2 at Ned.
Ooh.
One of which hits. For a 5 piercing.
5 it is.
One of these short swords gets behind your shield. And that brings it to Vargas.
I move here. Nope, not here. Ah, shoot. Ah. So there's no place for me to get a real good shot on any of them.
I mean, they're standing just a little bit back away from the top of the stairs. So this one, I don't think you can really see too well because he's mostly behind the corner and upstairs. But this one you have a decent shot on, but he's going to have about half cover. You can see him from like the waist up.
All right, yeah, we'll go for that one.
That is a hit.
Oh, nice. All right, here we go. 3 damage. Yeah, boy. And then
This
gonna
fiery
move.
bolt knocks the skull cap off of the skeleton's head.
All right. And yeah, that's the end of my turn. On to Francis.
You're muted.
Son of a gun. Francis is going to see the shot that Vargas just took and take a shot at that same skeleton, do Toll the Dead. And then I said son of a gun because that's another 1 damage again.
Okay, which one? This one?
Yeah, the one that Vargas just shot at.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw. Fortunately, undead are not really good at those.
Wonderful.
But not
So
immune
1
to
damage.
necrotic.
They're actually not immune to necrotic because they're, low tier undead.
And that'll be it for me. So it's on to Krieg.
Krieg is going to move up here next to Ned. And he's going to use his action to don his shield. Unless if
Okay.
that's a free interact with an object. But I'm pretty sure it's an action to don it off a shield.
It is.
Alright then. I will, and that is my turn. On to Enio.
Alright. I'm gonna go here. Shoot at this one. 11 does not hit.
It does
So
not.
my bonus action will be to give Krieg Bardic Inspiration. And then it will be the skeletons / Ned's turn. Sorry, actually I'll give Ned Bardic Inspiration, I apologize. And then, yeah, so then skeleton / Ned turn.
Go ahead, Ned.
Yeah.
I feel so inspired. I'm going to take a swing at this one. It's gonna...
Oof. Clangs off of the skeletons what remains of its buckler.
You've rolled a 7 and 8 like 2 or 3 times tonight.
Yeah.
Brutal.
That's so the Bardic Inspiration.
You'd
That's
have to roll. It's a 6. You'd have to roll max to get it,
D6.
basically.
D6.
Actually, no, not
Okay.
even with max. I don't think you'd get. Even with a 6, you wouldn't get it. So there's no point.
That's fine then. I shall withhold that. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, then the
Skeletons.
skeletons are going to retaliate. One swings at Ned and misses. One swings at Krieg.
I'm gonna
Ooh.
disadvantage with
It
protection.
doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I
that
got
one
a
still hits.
24 and a 22.
Yeah, I didn't even look.
Unfortunately, it wasn't a crit. But either way, it's 6 piercing.
I try to stick my shield in the way, but no.
If that first one was swinging at me, I would have blocked it with the shield. I'm so mad. Have y'all noticed they roll like 10s and 12s against you guys and always like a 25 against me?
Unlucky.
Yeah, those pirates last time.
Yeah.
Anyway, that brings it to Vargas.
I'm gonna bring out my quarterstaff and hold it in 2 hands. Run up. I'm gonna take a swing at this one.
Hey!
Oh!
He is on fire with that quarterstaff.
So that's 11 bludgeoning.
Yep.
That is indeed.
I love it when you always can roll.
As you
higher
smack it with the staff, bone splinters, and a big puff of bone dust gets released into the air where there used to be a skull.
That's fucking right. I'm a battle mage. I'm gonna move over here, and that's the end of my
Actually,
turn.
I screwed that up. It's a crit you're supposed to narrate.
That's fine.
Yeah, how do you want to do this? That's not trademarked, is it?
It's not.
I don't think you can trademark simple phrases like that.
No.
Got milk?
I think
Yeah, like
Paris
that.
Hilton has It's Hot trademarked as well. Francis is going to run up the stairs, and he's going to just full-on rage monster try to jam the trident into this skeleton up here. Come on. 17 to hit.
That is a hit.
8 damage.
You knock out a large chunk of its pelvis and one of its legs.
Hey, I did damage with melee attack. That's all for me. Krieg, you're up.
All right. Krieg is going to. I don't want to extinguish the torch. Is the torch similar enough to a club to be used as a club?
It'll count as an improvised weapon.
Okay. Then I will swing that, and I'll go ahead and just do.
It's a 1d4, I think.
Improvised weapons are D4.
Uh,
So you'll
but I'm
get.
not.
You're not proficient with improvised weapons because you don't have the Tavern Brawler feat.
Yeah. So that's my attack. It's a fucking
That is a
crit.
crit. So it'll be 2d4 plus your strength. Okay. How do you want to do this?
Damn.
Yeah. I'm just going to like carefully approach behind my shield and then just bonk. That's it. I just bonk it. Cracks the skull. It tumbles to the ground.
Wonderful.
All right. So you find yourselves now in a room with a bunch of dead skeletons
And an altar with
and an
4
altar
candles
with.
lit.
I
3.
think he only lit 3.
It's got 3 lit.
3 lit candles, and across the front it's glowing red and says "Rise and be counted." But that's where we're gonna have to leave it for the evening because it is now our end time.
Yep.
So, you hadn't quite got to the encounter that I was hoping, but you guys did pretty well so far. Fortunately, you haven't gotten to any of the really nasty stuff. But I hope it hasn't been too much of a slog or too boring.
No, it's pretty good.
I liked it.
I'm enjoying it.
Next time, there's definitely going to be some real excitement because the boss battle is still to come.
Yes.
For everybody watching at home, we are Crit Cats. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Reddit. And if you look in chat now, you can see the info for our Discord. And you can come and hang out with us and play some games. Maybe you'll be in one of these games yourself soon. That's it for the evening. Next time, we'll probably pick it up right where we left off in the middle of the Dungeon of the Dead 3. Crit Cats have left the litter box.
See you, everybody. Bye-bye.